Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how you folks doing? Welcome here. Welcome to another edition of our throwback live streams. Today, everybody, we are covering possibly the worst WrestleMania of all time. I don't know. I've never seen it in its entirety. We're going to learn today if it truly is the worst one of all time. But welcome everybody to the stream. Today is WrestleMania 9, and we're going to jump straight into this thing because it is time for your Con Man Certified roll call. So who do we got in here today? We got ourselves Lux 7. How you doing, man? We got Kamani. How you doing? Sorry, guys. I just got a cough. One sec. Dang, sandwich went down the wrong way. Had a little bit of a what's it called? A crumb in my throat that I had to get out. All right. So let's get back into it. Once again, these roll calls. So Cubs fan, how you doing? We got ourselves this freaking guy. Welcome. We got Messiah. Welcome to the stream. We got ourselves Anthony. Welcome, my friend. How you doing? We got ourselves Kakapopo. How you doing there, world? Welcome to the stream. We got TCS Gaming. We got King of Fate up in here. We got Captain Cam. How you doing? We got ourselves Jay Maloney, J Money Jeff, Ross Blocks, Text-Based Wrestling Fan. How you doing? We got ourselves Tim Sullivan in here today. How you doing, Tim? We got ourselves Bad News Brandon. Judy Freeman is in here. We got J Money Jeff, Mr. Tornicane. How you doing, man? We got Alex Arrow. Robbie is in here. Will A. How you doing, Will A? Manuel Paccio, the best gamer, and so many other people. Thank you guys for tuning in here today. So, if you don't know what we do on these Tuesday live streams, we basically pick a live stream, we pick an event from the previous era of WWE or something that has happened in the past, and we stream it, we watch it together, and we react together. So I'm trying to pick some pay-per-views that I have never seen before, but right now, currently, we are officially on the march to WrestleMania. The March to Mania. So, everybody, we are going to be watching WrestleMania shows on Tuesdays leading all the way up to the actual WrestleMania event. It's going to be an exciting time here on the channel every Tuesday. New WrestleManias. But let's break this thing down, everybody. We are going to start the live stream. If you would like to watch along, load up WrestleMania 9 on your WWE network, okay? Fire it up. And we're going to watch along together. So the time that you see over there on the side, that is going to be the time that you want to line your WWE network up to, and it should all be in sync. So here we go, everybody. We are going to hit play collectively in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. I think we're good. I think we're all synced up there. All right.
Here is your host, Gorilla Monsoon. Welcome to Caesar's Palace. Welcome to WrestleMania 9 and the largest wrestling party in the world.
Sorry, guys. I got a crumb that went down the wrong way. Oh my good God, Gorilla Monsoon in a toga?
And here's one of them, latest addition to the WWF broadcast team, Jim Ross.
Hey, Jim Ross. JR, is this like his first event? JR's first WrestleMania, wow. Good old JR. You guys excited for the show here today? So, it's one of those shows that is like famously bad, like infamously bad, because it doesn't have a lot of good things. Streamlabs is down. You're right. Let me fix it right now. Yeah, the card is interesting to say the least. Interesting to say the least. Today, guys, we're going to see HBK, so Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka. We're going to see the Headshrinkers versus the Steiner Brothers. We're going to see Crush versus Doink. We're going to see Ramon versus Bob Backlund. We're going to see Money Inc. versus Mega Maniacs. We're going to see Lex Luger versus Mr. Perfect. Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez. Yokozuna versus Bret Hart. And then Hulk Hogan is going to be challenging the winner of Hart versus Yokozuna. That's not actually announced right now, but it gets announced throughout the show. So Hulk Hogan will be finishing off the pay-per-view. I wonder who he's going up against. Oh, good God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Conman might know the result of that one. Wait, there's a freaking elephant?
Julius Caesar to our ringside area to not only welcome, as we said, the 16
This guy's riding in on a freaking elephant, man.
Palace, but to our worldwide pay-per-view audience as well. This huge pachyderm, certainly influential in the Roman culture. Hannibal used elephants in many wars.
So yeah, this might be a little bit of a long pay-per-view. We're gonna wait and see and find out, everybody. Hopefully it's fun though, because like at the end of the day, it's only 2 hours and 43 minutes, so it's less time than a Monday Night Raw. So it can't be that bad, right? Right? Right?
Talented. Indeed. Isn't that tremendous? As
I'm glad to have you here, Goku. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. But we got ourselves our first donation of the day. How you doing there, Mr. Lux7?
Coliseum.
And he says, the hoodie showed up today. Yes, man. Good to hear. Really good to hear. I'm glad that it arrived safely. Is it comfy? I hope you got it on. You got to have it on for a Conman stream. Who is on the elephant? Julius Caesar, I think. Whoever's playing Caesar.
Ceremony begins.
May I present to you Macho Man Randy
And here comes the Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. Randy Savage. There's a freaking alpaca coming out to the ring. There's guys and gladiators. And is Macho Man on that bed? Yes, he is.
Macho Man with those Vestal Virgins.
Glad to hear there, Lux7. Really glad to hear. So thank you for the 5-bomb, and thank you for your support, buddy.
I'm a little confused here in the early going on, though. Bobby Heenan told me that he would be with
The hoodie showed up today. It's awesome, thanks AG and Buddy.
So glad that you got it, though, my friend. Really, really glad. But with that, you have become a 19-time Boss Battle Champion. I can't believe it, because you are the new boss.
Macho Man. Little grape action there. And what?
Ooh, yeah. That was the worst Macho Man impression. Ooh, yeah. Sounded closer to Otis than I did Macho. But the Macho Man is here. And this is how we're starting off WrestleMania 9, everybody. So WrestleMania 9 took place in 1993, okay? So 1993, so this is before... Actually, not even before. I would say this is kind of in the downturn of WWE. So every so often, WWE seems to have... what is it? Seems to have, like... I lost my train of thought. I read a comment that went into my mind. Every few years, or every decade, or every couple of decades, WWE seems to go through a little bit of an up and down. They get like a really, really popular star for a while, they hit their peak, and then they kind of fall down afterwards. And right now, WWE, this WWE in 1993, is on the downturn right here. It is definitely a very down time in WWE right now. They were trying to get to the next stage. They didn't know what to do after Hulkamania, right? They tried, but oh my God, here comes Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby's on a camel. Bobby the Brain Heenan's on a camel. He's on a friggin' camel. Riding it backwards as well. Unfortunately, Lux7, I don't believe there is. I do not believe there is. But yeah, they were kind of on the downturn of Hulkamania. They didn't really know what to do with Hulk Hogan. He was still like their big eat your vitamins and say your prayers, oh Hulkamania. You know, like he was still that dude. But the fans weren't buying it as much. They wanted somebody new. This is the era of like Bret Hart rising to the top of the card. And while Bret Hart was always great, Bret Hart was unfortunately in the position where he was the top guy without being the top guy. He was kind of like the CM Punk of this era, where he was the WWE champion, but like constantly just pushed to the side for other people. Every time they wanted to put the title on somebody else, Bret Hart had to drop it. You know, he was kind of like their transitional champion. Not a guy that they were really wanting to push to the moon. They're willing to try people like Lex Luger. They're willing to try people, oh God, like, I don't even know who was given a shot at the top of the card, Ultimate Warrior, but like I think that was a little bit before him, wasn't it? Yeah, Warrior was a little bit before. They just didn't really run with anybody truly at the top of the card. They didn't have true main eventers at this point. Bret Hart was just the best they had, I think. TCS Gaming says, honestly, Ruthless Aggression Hulk Hogan was my favorite Hulk Hogan. Fair enough, fair enough. TCS Gaming also saying, I've watched the WFR before the stream today. Really enjoyed it. Glad to hear. Really glad to hear. Brandon Jordan says, I'm pretty sure this was Hogan's last run. And that's why they gave him the... Okay. Without reading that out loud, so I don't spoil people. Okay, so Shawn Michaels has his own theme song with his own voice now. So it's no longer Sensational Sherry singing it. So at what point did Shawn Michaels get his theme song refreshed? What point did Shawn Michaels go from having Sensational Sherry singing his theme song to Shawn Michaels singing it himself? When did that happen? Anybody who remembers? But we're going to have Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka. This was the first time he used it. Oh, really? Okay. First time he used it. Oh, God, guys, one sec. There's a knock on the door. I'll be right back. I am incredibly proud of myself, guys. I am incredibly proud of myself for being able to hear that. So, my downstairs neighbor messaged me yesterday saying like that she had a package coming and she needed me to pick it up. And I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, like hopefully I'm not going to be live when the package comes, right? Like that's all I was thinking. But I'm like, yeah, I'm home all day. I'll listen for it and hopefully I'll be able to sign for it for you. And sure enough, what was it, like 16 minutes into this live stream, it pops up. So yeah, of course it came during the middle of the stream, but I was able to hear the knock on the door, and I'm pretty proud of myself for that because generally speaking, I can't hear anything in here. Good on the FedEx lady for knocking loud. All right, everybody. TCS Gaming says, do your neighbors know you do YouTube for a living? I don't know. I'm sure they're picking up on something that I work from home. I mean, I never leave. Hey, Kingslayer, welcome to Team Green. Good to have you, my man. So, everybody, we're going to sing a little cringe song here today. It's time. If you don't know the words, well, we're going to teach you. You got to just listen to know it. All right? Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sweet knees are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Woo! The cringiest song on the internet, sung in the worst key possible, the off key. But everybody, we got ourselves Tatanka versus Shawn Michaels. Should be interesting. I don't know how this match goes. I don't know who wins. All that. There you go, Tatanka. All right, so what do you guys think we should do for our poll here today? Because, could I sing Sweet Knees on The Voice? Can you imagine? Can you just imagine Conman is just like, guys, I am going to sing the cringiest song on the internet. Sweet knees are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Woo! Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Will says, so you're watching old wrestling matches? Question mark, and then a bit of a sad face. I don't know what the sad face is for, but yes, I am. I'm watching old wrestling matches, getting some knowledge, expanding my knowledge on this sport of wrestling. I've actually been watching a lot of old wrestling stuff recently. I watched another episode of WCW last night. Well, like the last hour of the episode that I started. And man, it finished off with Scott Hall. Wow, I tried to roll my R there and it didn't work. Razor Ramon basically getting right in the face of Eric Bischoff, and then Sting getting into his face, and they say, next week I got somebody really tall or really big. And I'm like, oh, Kevin Nash comes next week. Woo! Yo, I'm really enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. Oh, nice move right there. Deep headlock, taking down Tatanka. Count of 2, kick out by Tatanka.
Well, that'd be funny if Tano was taking a nap and got his shoulders counted down on 3. Tatanka, not Tano.
All right, I think it might be tea time. Might be tea. It's really hot. Nice side slam there from Tatanka, though. All right. I just don't get it, says Will. The sweet knees. What's to get about it? There's absolutely nothing to get. It's just a cringy song. Michaels up to the top rope, though. Nice deep arm drag from Tatanka. Man, another deep arm drag knocks him down.
I've never seen that done before. I would safely say that Tatanka
Do you think The Fiend will return at Fastlane because of Peacock? I'm not sure if it's going to have anything to do with Peacock, but I think they're going to try to get him involved in some sort of WrestleMania build. Like, they're going towards Randy Orton versus The Fiend at Mania, right? The new incarnation of The Fiend. Like, that's where they're going towards, right? Right? I think that's what it feels like. Either that or they're going to do Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton, and it's going to be like an intergender match. One of the two, but I don't know what. Will says, awkward laugh. Show sucks today, bud. WrestleMania or my show? If you're talking about my show, fine, don't watch it. If you're talking about WrestleMania, yeah, it's historically bad. Yeah. Gil says, Con, check out WWC Classic on YouTube. Crazy promotion from Puerto Rico. Have I heard of it? I have not. I have not. Slamming Tatanka's face right there into the side. Okay, well then don't watch me if you don't like me, all right, man? This is my job. I work lots of hours every single week providing entertainment for people here online. And you know what? I'm very proud of the stuff that I produce on this channel. You don't have to like it, but I do enjoy my job. That's okay. If you don't find it entertaining, you do not have to watch. You're able to click off. Elbow right there from Shawn Michaels. Okay, Will, I'm going to give you one more time here, all right? Leave yourself, all right? Okay, no, you're telling people here to screw off, and no, we're banning you. Goodbye, little freak. All right. Yeah, no, he's gone, guys. Sorry about that. Sometimes we get assholes in the chat.
No, it's never happened to me. I would never get myself in a spot like that.
All right, Shawn Michaels right there. Off the ropes, back elbow from Shawn Michaels. Again, sidestep to Tatanka. With a big DDT. Yeah, all right. Decent opening match. Decent opening match here. Tatanka with a deep arm drag. Michaels solid in the ring as all hell. Like, you can really see why people were all about Shawn Michaels for a bit. And, like, I get it. People hated Michaels, but loved him in the ring. And Michaels is good in the ring, man. Really good. Oh, no, James Perez, I don't listen to the haters. I listen to my fans. I listen to the people who actually watch me and enjoy my stuff. Obviously, I take constructive criticism, but people who come in and just spew out garbage for no reason and don't provide any actual criticism, like constructive criticism with it that you can actually grow off of, I don't listen to it. It's just a waste of time to even worry about that. Tatanka working on that arm. Wait a second. Shawn Michaels grabs the hair. Oh, nope, but that arm is locked in deep. Brandon Jordan asking, was this during a time period where Shawn was an asshole backstage, or was that in the later 90s? That was this time, yeah. So Shawn Michaels was an asshole for a while. He rubbed people the wrong way big time. Sure, Shawn Michaels, the true asshole, started coming out by like 96, 97, correct? Like, that's when the real asshole of Shawn Michaels came out. But like, this was really the start of it, right? After the breakup with the Rockers, the stuff with Sensational Sherry, and then moving on here, like, as the Intercontinental Champion. This was the time where Michaels' attitude started coming through. He was in Vince McMahon's ear a lot, basically talking in the side of the ear, making sure that he didn't have to lose championships, or if he had to lose a championship, he would be written off in some way, or something like that. He wouldn't directly lose a lot of championships. So he became disliked heavily backstage due to his backstage politics. And then obviously, you know, he started... Well, I mean, he was involved in the Clique, right? That tells you all you need to know. It tells you all you need to know. Shawn Michaels in the Clique is all you need to know. Ian Epic Gamer says, clickbait. I apologize that you think it's clickbait, my friend. What I would recommend you doing is, if you have the WWE Network, syncing up your time right there to the time on the screen, and you can actually watch along with us, and it's like you're chatting with friends and you're watching a reactor, having conversations, all that fun stuff. It's okay if you don't like it, but it is what we do here, and that is what a watch-along is. Thank you, Matthew Beno. Maybe in the future I'll have to check it out. Right now I'm really interested in doing Valheim. And Valheim is going to be live tomorrow, everybody. Are you excited for it? Are you excited for it? I'm really looking forward to playing Valheim tomorrow as well. It's really funny, though, guys. I mean, actually, no, this is my mistake. But, like, the very first time that I saw Valheim written, I thought it, for whatever reason, was pronounced as Valium. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, Valium? What? Valium? What is this game, Valium? And then it got stuck in my head that that's how it's pronounced. No, it's Valheim. Valheim. But I thought it was Valium for whatever reason. Yeah. Oh, big shot right there to the side of the head of Michaels. Tatanka back up to the top again, looking for the IC title. No! He just ran into a super kick, a sweet chin music before it was even called sweet chin music. Brooklyn Joker says, by the way, that black stuff that came out of Randy Orton's mouth happened to Alexa Bliss when she came close to the Fiend. So I think Randy Orton will join them. Interesting. Interesting. Kingslayer over here says, Conman is the #1 WWE Minecraft CMU owner and GM streamer ever. And toss in Valheim streamer as well. Tomorrow, everybody. New series coming to the channel. I'm really looking forward to it. I think we're going to have so much fun with it. Tatanka now in the grips of Shawn Michaels. Tatanka slammed off the hardest part of the ring. Boom! After Tatanka retired from pro wrestling, are there any other Native American wrestlers wrestling today? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I don't know who. I could be wrong on this one because Nyla Rose, she is called the Native Beast. I don't know if that means she has some sort of native background or anything like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure there is. There has to be. There has to be. There is somewhere. I just don't know their names. Shawn Michaels getting Sherry back to back up, I should say. Shawn Michaels goes for a right hand and he connects on Tatanka. So what would you guys like to do for a poll here? What would you like to do for a poll? What do you guys say? Let's do what is the worst WrestleMania of all time, okay? What is the worst WrestleMania of all time? Because that makes sense. That makes sense, right? So we can do WrestleMania 9. So let's do Mania 9. So Mania 9. What other ones are options here? So WrestleMania 27, right? Mania 27. Mania 34, right? Okay, and we got one more. So we got Mania 9, Mania 27, Mania 34. What do you guys think? Yeah, 24 was pretty good. 24 had Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. That's one of the best moments in all of wrestling. It can't be on the worst. WrestleMania 2 was awful. Okay, yeah, WrestleMania 2 was bad. It was actually really god-awful, wasn't it? Yeah, WrestleMania 2. WrestleMania 2. So let's go Mania 2. Mania 2. All right. So there we go, guys. You got 4 options to cast your vote here throughout the stream today. And we're going to find out what is the worst WrestleMania of all time. Is it Mania 9? Is it Mania 27? Is it Mania 34? Or is it Mania 2? Right here in the live chat. And I'm not really going to throw in last year's WrestleMania because it still delivered in some way. There was no fans, which makes it technically the worst WrestleMania of all time. No live fans, but they still found a way to deliver cool moments. So I'm not going to even put it in the conversation, but it was just a weird show on its own right? You can argue that it was the worst one because there was no live fans, and the live fans is one of the best things about WrestleMania. Seeing just the crowd. Right? Seeing just the crowd is one of the great things of Mania. Seeing 50 to 100,000 people in the live crowd. Big slam right there from Shawn Michaels. Or sorry, from Tatanka to Shawn Michaels. But yeah, cast your votes once again, guys, by doing either vote space Mania 9, vote space 27, vote space Mania 34, vote space Mania 2. And make sure you type an exclamation point in front of vote. And keep everything lowercase as well. Don't put a space between the numbers and the Mania as well, everybody. Hopefully that explains everything. Don't put a space between the numbers and Mania. And make sure you type an exclamation point, vote space. There you go, just like Kingslayer. He's got it down pat. Text-based wrestling fans got it down pat. There you go. Michaels all the way to the top rope. Michaels with a clubbing blow to the back of Tatanka. Wait a second. Tatanka's feeling it. Hang on, Tatanka. He's feeling it. Oh, no, Tatanka. Trying to build that momentum back up. Michaels back up to the top rope again. 3 shots. Tatanka's still feeling it. Tatanka. You. Michaels went for the sweet chin music, misses it, chop to the chest. Yo, guys, this is a good opening match. I'm sorry if this is a thing that people didn't like, but I actually quite enjoy this match. Tatanka versus Michaels has been pretty solid. Oh! Tatanka all the way to the top rope. Tatanka crossbody. Oh my God, did he beat Michaels? Kick out. Woo! Kick out by Shawn. And here's the awesome part, guys. I actually don't know the majority of the results here today. I do know the main event and how it goes. But outside of that, I really don't know the show. This is my first time watching WrestleMania 9. Tatanka looking to fling Michaels. Shawn goes right into that turnbuckle. Tatanka rolls him up. Most deadly move in all of professional wrestling. But Michaels finds a way to kick out of that one. Huge. Remember, everybody, make sure you leave a like on this video if you're enjoying this show. Hey, Casey Rose, how you doing, girl? I'm doing pretty good, thank you for asking. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Tuesday today. Hopefully you're having a good day. G2W says this is the best match of the night. Oh, so what you're saying is it's all downhill from here. Yay! Oh, good God, all right. The march to Mania begins. Oh, good my, oh my. Power slam from Tatanka. 2. Kick out by Michaels. Man, can you imagine watching this match live back in the day? This one is awesome. I'd literally be chanting, "This is awesome. This is awesome." Well, Cubs fan, we're going to find out today. The fans are chanting for Sherry. All right. Oh, Michaels misses, though, as he comes landing on his face. Am I going to get WWE 2K22? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Wait, Michaels just took the official out of the ring. What's that all about, Shawn? Hey, Shawn. Oh, Tatanka has him up on his shoulders. Samoan drop. No way. Ho, 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 whoa. Wow, okay. I know that this is what we're in store for here today is a lot of like false finishes, disqualifications, countouts, things like that. Like I know that's what WrestleMania 9 is historically bad for. But like right there, that was an excellent finish. That was an excellent finish of keeping the title on Shawn Michaels. What a heel move from Shawn. Wait, as a result of a countout? Hang on. What, result of a countout? I guess it was a countout, not disqualification. I'm confused. I'm actually confused. That's confusing. I'm gonna rewind it. Okay, guys, you keep your video going because I will get us back into live time. Okay, I will get us back into live time, but I gotta rewind it. I gotta see exactly what happened there. So Shawn, so there's the Samoan drop. Okay, yeah. I guess that's what it was. So it was a count out. All right. 31, 25. Oh, well, Luna's beating her up. 35, 36. Okay, there we go. We should be in sync now, everybody. Cool. I botched. What did I botch about? Okay. Can I ask the live chat to do me a favor, okay? This is becoming a thing that is really throwing the show off every single week. 28. I don't know what you're talking about. So, guys, I'm going to kindly ask the live chat something. When I mess up, please truly only say con botch if it's like something major, okay? If it's something major, because what it does is every time that I see that, I lose my train of thought. Like, every time. And it makes me go back and question what it is I just said. And yeah, sure, if it's a disqualification and it's a count out, I had no idea what it was. We were going back trying to figure it out. But like, when it's like I say the wrong name or when I say something really, really wrong, like really wrong, go ahead, rip me a new one. If it's something minor, please, I'm going to ask you guys to try to hold back on saying that because it really does get me looking at the live chat and questioning everything I just said and losing my train of thought and making the show not as good as it could be. Anyways, that's what I'm getting at. So, Raul Kapar, you hated your session today? Why is that, man? You good? Anyways, here's the Steiner Brothers.
Brother, very excited about wrestling our first WrestleMania. But Headshrinkers, I got a message for you guys. This might be our first WrestleMania, but it'll be one to be remembered.
Rick, you're ready for this one.
You know,
absolutely,
these guys
Raul.
are
That's what I'm
unpredictable.
thinking.
Nobody knows where they're coming from. But me and my brother are going to go out with a game plan. We're going to do what we do best, and that's wrestle. We're going to make Julius Caesar proud.
Thank you very much, the Steiner Brothers. With that, let's get back to ringside.
Steiner Brothers, interesting team, very interesting team. Story time, I got pushed to my limit in the boot camp session today and I hated it. Why? I did a shoulder workout yesterday and I was aching today, then I had a shoulder workout today. It wasn't fun at all. Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun, man. Alright, here's the Headshrinkers. Yeah, Raul, I've actually gotten out of working out recently. I gotta get back into it. I haven't worked out in 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, not good, not good. Been so busy with the channel that I pushed it off to the side. And, yeah, I gotta get back on the train. Gotta hop back on that. Ooh, but you must be getting jacked AF. Aren't you, Raul? Getting absolutely shredded. Do I like Flair versus Taker at Mania? Flair versus Taker? When has that happened? That hasn't happened, has it? Flair versus Taker. I don't think that's ever happened at Mania. No, it hasn't, right? Has it? Wait a second. Hang on. Has it? WrestleMania? Oh my god, WrestleMania 18, it did. Holy shit. What? I didn't know this match happened. WrestleMania 18, hang on. No way. Oh my god, it actually happened. I've never seen this match. I have never seen this match. Wow. No disqualification, Ric Flair versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 18. This is a thing. Oh, God, I need to see that now. Well, there we go, guys. And, like, if you're ever going to ask the question, why is Conman watching back old pay-per-views? Because I have not seen a lot of WWE pay-per-views. I think we've talked about this before, right? Where growing up, I did not get the chance to see any wrestling pay-per-views at all. I didn't get to see my first pay-per-view until Money in the Bank 2011. And I didn't have access to any of the WWE pay-per-views growing up. I didn't have access to WrestleManias growing up. I didn't have access to any of that. And so there's a lot of matches I have not seen. There's a lot of pay-per-views I haven't sat down and watched. And it's the reason why we're doing these here on Tuesdays, because I need to expand my wrestling knowledge. If I'm going to sit here and talk about wrestling with wrestling fans, I need to know what it is I'm truly talking about. Not just from 2005 onwards. No. I need to know about the history of the business. And when I'm done with the old WWE history, then I need to go further back, and I need to go back and even further than that, and I need to go back right to the origins of wrestling. I need to go to the Carney days where they were a traveling circus and they wrestled each other. I need to go back to those days and know who started this business. You know what I mean? That's what I need to do. So I'm expanding my wrestling knowledge by seeing or trying to see absolutely everything that I can. Cowboy 420, how you doing, man? He says, just got home from work. Well, man, I think I have a feeling what you're going to be doing in about 2 to 5 minutes right now. You're probably going to be putting your bag down. You're going to be sitting down in your favorite chair, maybe by a window. I don't know. Depends on how you are at home. And basically, I know you're going to be grabbing that little light and you're going to be sparking it up. So have a good one, man. Enjoy it. My friend said he's going to edit one of my cocktail pictures and include the recipe. Fingers crossed, it's going to be lit. Man, if you ever want to send it to us on the on Twitter, we can pull it up and we can try to make the drink on this stream one time. Could try to make that happen there, Raul, if you figure out what to do with the drink. Wait a second. The Steiners are on the top. The Steiners flying off the top with a double tackle.
Steiner line from up top, and the Steiner brothers are walking tall here right now at this point in time.
Look at this, the dog face.
Man, what did you guys think about the Steiners? What did you think about the Steiners? Oh.
If they'll do that to each other, just think what they'll do to the Steiner brothers. And they enjoy doing it to each other. I don't think
Gentlemen, I've got, Bobby, I hate to interrupt you. I've just been informed that Sensational Sherry has been attacked in the first aid station.
Oh.
Here at Caesar's Palace, and the details are sketchy.
Sensational Sherry has been attacked in the medical area.
Super.
Interesting. They were a badass team, very talented. Like, yeah, I got to admit, I'm kind of interested in learning more about the Steiners. I'm really interested in learning about Scott Steiner. I think Scott Steiner, I thought he was more of a joke. Like, I'm going to be honest, right? I thought he was more of a joke from seeing that Steiner math stuff. I thought Big Papa Pump was just kind of one of those guys that was really big, like a Ryback type character who was just there and was just kind of goofy and all that. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Scott Steiner was built up as a legitimate beast. Like, Scott Steiner had a legitimate career, and he just so happened to also have some goofy promos with it. So I've got a lot to learn about Scott Steiner. I'm very interested. And the reason that I'm talking about him a little bit is because, once again, I'm watching those WCW shows, like, right from the start, basically. I'm watching right from when Scott Hall made his first appearance on WCW and going from there. So, like, the Giant is the champion right now. It's on the build-up to the Great American Bash, so this is even before NWO, right? But NWO is coming up very soon. But the Steiners were on the show, and they're having a little bit of issues with each other, but I was really, really captivated by Scott Steiner. Really captivated. Oh, my God! What was that across the back?
The baseball season starts tomorrow. What a better hit. I couldn't believe. Talk about an upset right here. The Steiner brothers, they've been on a roll, but
Brandon Hartman said, made the transition to 98 to Big Papa Pump, and he got huge. Was that in WCW? Is that when Big Papa Pump came around, or was he somewhere else? Did he go back to WWE at that point? I know he made a little return to WWE, and then he went to Impact, right? TNA? Yeah, it was in WCW. Well, then I'm excited to see that happen. But yeah, I must admit, everybody, so I am going to continue to watch WCW on my own right now. As much fun as it would be to be able to watch it with you guys, I need to be able to have something that I can just throw on in the background at night, you know, when Becca's in bed and I'm just waiting for myself to be tired, right? So I'm going to continue to watch WCW in the background, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it here as well on the streams. But if we ever get around to watching WCW pay-per-views on here, we will definitely try to watch them together. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for a little bit. Fatu! Diving headbutt.
And Scott Steiner in big trouble here. There's a lateral press. Fatu on top, and the dogface interrupts the count.
and that was lucky because I'll tell you, Scott Steiner could.
I'm trying to pronounce your name. L.E. Zarlem. L.E. Zarlem. Says, bruh, where's the video? On the WWE Network, my friend. So if you would like to sync up your WWE Network right there to the time on the screen, then you can. Just like that. Brandon Arbin says, that era in WCW through Starrcade 97 was so good. Then it changed. That is when I started watching Raw full time. After that Starrcade debacle main event. So what was the Starrcade debacle main event? Is that Finger Poke of Doom bad, or is that before Finger Poke of Doom? Because I know there was a time where a lot of people switched over from WCW to Monday Night Raw. I do know that. Yeah, this match has been good so far, honestly. Sting versus Hogan. Sting versus Hogan. Okay, so what happened with that, Brandon? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Starrcade 97. So before Finger Poke of Doom, okay. Michael Wade says, may I make a suggestion for Starrcade 83 for a future watch-along? Absolutely. Yep, we can do that. Hell yeah. It was supposed to be Sting getting fast counted, but it was a normal count. No way, really? They botched the count. It was supposed to be a fast count, and they normal counted it. 1, 2, 3, so it... Oh... So what probably would have happened then, I'm just assuming, is that means that it looked like it was a terrible finish. Hogan played his creative card and pretty much screwed the finish. Damn. Damn. All right. Isn't it crazy? Hogan is literally the guy who has basically saved two companies. Like, not saved, but he's been the guy who has essentially brought two companies to the forefront of wrestling. He's also been the guy responsible for killing two companies in WCW and in TNA. Like, is there any other wrestler that can full-heartedly say they have been the main event, like the guy in two promotions, the draw in two promotions, but also be responsible for killing two promotions? Is there anybody else that can say that? Because he killed TNA and he killed WCW. Oh, Raul, thank you so much, dude, for your 2-bomb. He says, I just want to gamble. You're one number away. Oh, did you just miss it? Dang, Raul, you rolled a 98. Okay, so at least he won 200 as opposed to the 500, but still. Congrats, Raul. Congrats. In the lateral press, count of 2, kick out there by Steiner. Goodness me, you guys. I'm so excited for Valheim tomorrow. So excited. Con, remember the package for your neighbor, yeah? Yeah, I got it already. That's why I left at the start of the stream. The person knocked on the door. I answered, picked up the package, signed for it, dropped it out by her door. Simple as that. Raul says, it's fine, I hold con coin history. First person to win 500 con coins and first person to redeem. Awesome. You know it, man. Harbin says, yes, got to give Hogan credit, but also the blame. When he turned, it was shocking, but then the Starrcade match ruined them, in my opinion. They had a huge 1998, but downfall started then. Okay, gotcha. So the downfall started then, but the popularity was still running for a while. The NWO was still a thing for a while. They were still getting people to tune in, but some people started switching brands. Is that what it was? And you can see this is the reason why I need to watch old pay-per-views. I really need to watch through the old shows just to truly get a vibe or a feel for the vibe, right? And the goal is, everybody, I want to watch like as many TV episodes as there is. I want to watch like all WCW episodes that I can, like every single one that I can. I might have to skip through a few things, but like I want to watch as many as I can, and I think it's a good show for me to binge at night here, because I need something to binge. Yeah, as much as possible. Literally as much as possible. I don't know how many episodes I'm going to truly be able to get through before I either 1, get bored, or 2, just want to watch something else. But like, Thomas Celeste says, watch Wrestling Bios. He covers all of that. Here's the thing, Thomas. If I watch it through another YouTuber, I'm getting their bias. I'm getting their opinions. I want to form my own opinions. I want to be able to watch the show and say, I like this person, I like this person, I like this person, and develop connections with the characters and see the payoffs, watch the pay-per-views, you know? Actually watch it as if I was watching it back in the day and have to get attached to characters, have to see them turn on each other, all that. That's what I want to do. I don't want to watch it through somebody else's lens. I want to watch it through my own. Oh, big clothesline there from Steiner. Oh! Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, double headbutt. Back they go. The Headshrinkers are going to shrink your head with those headbutts. Face first goes Steiner. But remember, everybody, vote right here. Let me know, what do you think is the worst WrestleMania of all time? Vote Mania 9, Vote Mania 27, Vote Mania 34, or Vote Mania 2 right here in the live chat. Oh, what a counter! What a counter! 1, 2, broken up. Wow, what a counter. Yeah, JR really does sound good, doesn't he, guys? Listen to the commentary of JR. That's Macho Man.
What great moves!
Got him. Belly to belly, up and over.
And also drove his head into the net. Look at that. Don't celebrate before you get it done. Constructive criticism from the Macho Man to the Steiner Brothers.
When's the last time, Ross, you or Savage have seen any two teams take a beating like these two teams have?
I can't recall.
I can't recall.
Steiner, no! They got him to Frankenstein!
Man, JR really good at commentary. And Steiner's win. The Frankensteiner for the win. There you go. Brandon Harbin says, bad thing, Con. You watching those Nitros and Raws from that era is going to make you not like the current product even more. I know it does me that way. The excitement back then is like nothing we've had. Or nothing they've had. Fair enough, man. Like, you're probably right. But in a weird way, I think it's going to make me appreciate the business even more. Because we know what's coming. We know the business isn't going to die. We know the business is not going to fade out. There's too many people who love it. There's too many wrestlers coming up. Oh, Doink the Clown. There's too many people who like it. But we do know what that means for the future, that there is eventually going to be another boom for wrestling. And whenever that happens, we might be in it right now. We might literally be in the start of the boom. We hear the rumors of potentially WWE and AEW working together. Of course, AEW working with New Japan and TNA, Impact Wrestling, also Ring of Honor, I think. So, like, we could be entering a boom. We could be entering a modern version of the territory days. But at the same time, I don't know for sure. It might still be another 10 years away before we truly, truly get to that point where we can say, okay, we got a new version of the territories. But that's where I'm hoping this goes. That's what I'm hoping Vince McMahon is going to admit to the world, that he realizes that wrestling needs other wrestling promotions in order to succeed in the current day and age. And hopefully he will realize that and do a crossover with AEW, New Japan, anybody really. Just do some sort of crossover and promote the wrestling world as a whole. Peter Stars says, there's no chance of a boom again. It's already been killed, unfortunately. I don't think so, Peter Stars. I legitimately don't think so. And I think it's also the reason that we are going to see a boom is because we don't have live fans right now. And why I'm getting at that is because with no live fans right now, it's almost been a little bit of a reset period. If you compare what WWE was like before the pandemic and you compare it to what it is now, the pay-per-views are completely different, completely overhauled. Only like 5 matches on the pay-per-views for WWE, right? So that was one big thing that the pandemic eliminated, was these 11-match, 12-match pay-per-views that were 6-7 hours long that nobody wanted to sit there and watch. Another thing that the pandemic has brought in is split WrestleMania days. WrestleMania on the Saturday and WrestleMania on the Sunday. It's too big of an event for just one day now, so it's a 2-day event. That is something that has come from the pandemic as well. And the third thing that has come from this pandemic is the want to return to wrestling live. The fans want to be back in the arena. There's that excitement, and that excitement is going to develop over time. We are going to see people become really, really pumped up in hopes of returning to the arenas. Can you imagine what the first WrestleMania with like real live crowds, like real full live crowds, sold out arena is going to be like? The excitement in the air might very well create a boom period inside of wrestling. So that's my opinion. I might be very wrong on it, but I can see the way that the wave is going, and I know that the wave goes like this. And every single time that it goes down, it comes back up. And that's how wrestling is. You have to build up new stars. Once those new stars are built, you build them up. And you put championships on them, and people buy tickets to see the new stars. So I do think we will eventually get another boom period inside of wrestling. But the business itself does need to change to compensate so that it can boom. We have talked about social media. We have talked about how social media slightly ruins kayfabe. Actually, no, it straight up ruins kayfabe. So if you were to do something along the lines of forcing your wrestlers to create 2 separate social media accounts, one with their character on screen and one with their real name, and make sure that they don't cross-post on anything. If they want to talk about social movements in the world, if they want to talk about whatever, they've got their actual Twitter account that people can follow for those reasons. If they want to quote tweet their friends who had a good wrestling match, they can do that on their personal Twitter feeds. But if they have a character feed, that would help build the business up so much more. Can you imagine the difference between a Rebecca Quinn Twitter and a Becky Lynch Twitter? Because they're 2 different people. One is a character, one is the person. So I really think that if we can move into that direction of all the characters having to have their own social media accounts, and then making sure that they have their own personal social media accounts if they want to be on Twitter talking about the business like the rest of us or whatever. But if you are just a general random follower of WWE, there is 0 way you can get any value out of following these superstars on social media, because you get this post about this and this post about that and this post about that, and then a little bit of character work. And that little bit of character work is lost in the shuffle, and you lose what their character actually is. You lose what they're trying to build up. You lose everything. But if it was on their actual character Twitter, well, then all of a sudden they could start retweeting things. You could start storylines over there. And you already do that on their personal Twitter feeds. But if you move it to the actual like character Twitter, then people can follow just the character side of things and don't have to get wrapped up in who the individuals are, who everybody is, like what everybody's personal thoughts are. We're watching a TV show, so let's split the 2, acknowledge that they are playing characters, and put the characters on one side of social media and put their personal stuff on the other. I do think that would help lead us into a new boom of wrestling. I really do. So those are a few things that might happen here after the pandemic. Thank you, everybody, for watching so far. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you leave a like on this video.
The big man from Hawaii. Came to TCB, take care of business.
Kakapopo says, I honestly think WWE needs to create more stars with their young wrestlers by giving them a Rumble win or maybe Money in the Bank. Bianca Belair won the Royal Rumble, and Otis won Money in the Bank. You might not agree with those people, but it's the truth. That's what happened, right? They tried to build up Otis as Mr. Money in the Bank. They're trying to build up Bianca Belair as the Royal Rumble winner. 2 young talents on the roster. Just within the last year, WWE's trying, right? They maybe aren't knocking everything out of the park, but they're trying. They're trying some new stuff. They, not all the time, but they are trying new stuff. Oh, nice side slam right there from Crush. Good to hear their Balor Club. Really good to hear, my man. They barely tried with Otis, in my opinion. No, they did. They tried with Otis. Otis was getting great reactions before the pandemic because he was built for a live crowd. Otis was 1,000% built for reactions in the live crowd. You took the live crowd away, you took away the character of Otis. I don't think they stopped trying with Otis. He just stopped getting over. And that is one thing that I think wrestling fans also need to remember is that when they pull the plug on acts or when they take away a push from somebody, 9 times out of 10 it's because they're not getting over, right? It's not because that they didn't deliver in the ring. It's not because that they didn't do all the things that they should have. It's not because they didn't read their script right. It's nothing like that. It's simply because they aren't getting over. And you can argue whether that's because of management pushing them or because of other things. Oh, pile driver from Doink. Kamani says, if it weren't for Tucker's... Wow, I was not reading English. Let me try that again. If it wasn't for Tucker's pointless heel turn, Otis would probably be Universal Champ right now. Sounds crazy just saying that. You might be right. You might be right. I also do believe that they put the Money in the Bank briefcase on Otis just to get him on TV a little bit more, to get a storyline for him, and to see if they could get him over as a comedic babyface. I'm not even sure if they planned on keeping the briefcase on him for long. I doubt they actually had plans on putting the Universal title on him. I think they did everything right with The Miz, taking the title or taking the briefcase off of Otis. They did everything right that way.
There's a lot of strength to slam a man. Very impressive. Over 300 pounds.
He's over 300 pounds by average of 30, 40 pounds.
All right, watch this now. He almost fell off.
If you would like to know any of the commands, everybody, you can go down into the description below. That has all the commands that you could possibly need.
He caught Doink the Clown right in the face.
Hey, Michael Hall. So sorry to hear that you were right in the middle of that ice storm, but I'm glad to hear you're okay, and I'm glad to hear you got your internet back, my friend. Good to have you. Good to have you.
To be a dentist, you have to have an education.
Doink takes him face first into the top turnbuckle.
Crush is hurt.
Do I think Drew McIntyre is going to turn heel because he only turned babyface because he turned WWE champion? So what's next? Could be a triple threat at Mania. They could be building up to Bobby Lashley versus McIntyre versus Lesnar at Mania. That could be a thing. They could be building up towards Bobby Lashley versus McIntyre at Mania and not have Lesnar be in it. They could be building up to a triple threat between McIntyre, Lashley, and The Miz. Or McIntyre might not be in the WWE Championship picture. It's possible.
Catch a plane if he had the chance.
Wouldn't be a bad move either.
Bobby the Brain Heenan, Liam Warren. The third commentator is Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Doink is.
Look at this strength.
I love Bobby the Brain Heenan, by the way. Like his character work, his comedic timing, everything. Bobby the Brain was awesome. What a great act he was.
And he's caught him there.
He's got him in it, but he made it to
Oh, Doink on the ropes.
Referee there to call.
Oh, the referee just got bumped.
Referee inadvertently knocked down there.
I gotta admit, I think that Crush got mad at the referee for trying
Wait,
to
where's Doink going?
so bad. There goes Doink under the ring. Stop him right now.
Trying to get away again.
Trying to get away from Crush, no doubt.
I know what's under there. He's going for one of those big pipe wrenches they use to construct the ring and everything here. He's gonna part his
Doink
ring
is
with
weird.
pipe wrenches.
Nightmare Inferno says, I wouldn't say this is the worst WrestleMania of all time, but I would agree that this is where we saw Undertaker's worst WrestleMania match of all time. Well, what would you say is the worst WrestleMania match, my man? We got ourselves a little poll going on over here asking you guys what's the worst WrestleMania of all time. WrestleMania 9 by doing Vote Mania 9, Vote Mania 27, Vote Mania 34, or Vote Mania 2 right here in the live chat.
Again.
Put him out, Crush.
Squeezing there.
Squeezing the head.
Atta baby.
Takes him down.
The clown.
Wait, what the hell?
Oh, no.
Oh, there's another clown!
He caught him from behind.
With that arm,
Two clowns.
There's two clowns! Oh, no!
You know what this is? This is an illusion.
No, it's another two of them.
Double Doink.
Double two Doinks. If one was
Double doink. Oh, no. Hammering him over the head with a mannequin arm.
His hand.
Look at that.
they've got all kinds of things in that up.
How does he do it? Look at this.
Battery laying in the ring.
It was inside that,
It's a double doink.
whatever it is,
It's a double doink.
Great illusion.
an illusion. What are you
That's not
talking
an
about?
illusion. I'm in a state of shock right now.
Into the cover. 2. That is it. It's over. Wow. Doink the Clown won at Mania. Doink the Clown freaking won at Mania. Double doink.
Cheating. Exactly, it's cheating. There were two of them.
Eat your heart out, Houdini. Eat your heart out.
Here's the thing. They probably had something with Doink the Clown before they made him into like a really comedic character. They probably could have gone the way of a super, super freaky clown, kind of like It style, right? They could have gone down that path, and they probably could have had a really creepy clown character. Instead, they went down the comedic route.
Did you see two doinks coming? You're a figment of your own imagination. Bottom line, there are two doinks.
Here comes another one of the officials.
Here comes another official. He'll tell everybody.
How many doinks did you see come to the ring?
The officials
One
are having
doink came to the
conference
ring.
Wait, the official telling the other official that there was 2 doinks.
and the referee
And he saw what we all saw.
he's telling them exactly what happened.
Is the ref going to reverse his decision?
The ring and we can get it done.
It was an illusion. Doinks, and he's famous for tricks.
Looking for Doink under the ring.
Great magicians. This was nothing but an illusion. I was here when they set the ring up today. I got here early. There was
Brandon Harbin says the original Doink was very good, but he got fired. What for, Brandon? What for?
one inner. It's an illusion. My hand goes up. You wanna go?
I'll be sure to check it out, Michael Wade. I've never watched it, man.
They're making facial expressions like he's not there.
And the
The referees.
What are
got
they
him
giving
so
up
hard
on?
he's seeing double.
Now wait a minute.
he was telling them there were two. They looked underneath and apparently didn't see anything. Fans that
Well then,
get
that's
it.
that
Let's
match.
go to our
We're officially an hour in, everybody.
We are live.
Officially an hour into it.
WrestleMania 9, Las Vegas, Nevada. It is absolutely crazy up here. We're trying to take a poll. Was it two doinks? Was it an illusion? Ladies and gentlemen, this event is being covered all over the world. We're here with a photographer.
Was it 2 doinks or was it an illusion? Was that seriously what they were running for him?
Or was it an illusion?
Doink. Yokozunaが強いんじゃない？
No, sir. You have to. Were there two doinks? Sir, were there two doinks? All right. How are you enjoying your stay here in the U.S.?
ラスベガスナンバーワン。シーザースパレスナンバーワン。
Hey, Yokozuna.
横綱ナンバーワン。
Unbelievable. Two doinks or an illusion? We'll leave it up to you. We are up in the euchre seats, ladies and gentlemen. They go way back here. Way, way, way in the back. Can you
What the
believe
hell is this?
it? It is an unbelievable display. I've been drenched with beer. I've been drenched with soda. And I've never had a better time in my life. We are preparing to bring you updates all day. Right now, as the music sounds, let's go back to the squared circle.
Wow, that was kind of fun.
Well, as far as that,
That was weird but fun.
and the guy, these other, what did they say about it?
Hey, it's the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
Pettingill's no Lieutenant Columbo, I'll guarantee you that.
Hey, the bad guy.
Find out more on this situation as they
So, Razor.
I can't believe he's not under the ring.
Go.
Ramon making his way to the ring.
Yeah, Razor's quite a character. Like, you got to admit, right? Like, Razor Ramon, he's a good character. Very good character.
David Copperfield is performing here.
Bad guy.
This may just be part of his show.
Well, he has an outstanding show
Oh,
at
he
Caesar's
certainly
Palace, but
Hey, Doink could be Copperfield.
Can you guys imagine if we had characters from, like, the 90s and early 80s, or late 80s? Characters like that, but with the current presentation of WWE. Can you imagine how cool it would be to see like Razor Ramon truly walking out with like a great entrance with like the lights and everything, and like him popping up like on the entrance ramp, being like,
his first WrestleMania.
you know what I mean? Like how cool would it be truly in their prime seeing that happen? It would have been a really dope thing to see. But we got ourselves Backlund versus Razor Ramon.
Gentlemen, I've been informed that since
Yeah, he was sick as hell in WCW. I'm just seeing the start of his career in WCW, and he looks really good. Looks really good. His presentation was off the charts. I could not imagine watching WCW live and seeing Scott Hall show up on the show and them not acknowledging his name, not acknowledging who he is, but him being a part of the show. It legitimately feels like he's not supposed to be there. It's so cool. Like, I'm becoming a bigger wrestling fan by the day. I didn't think that was possible, but I am. Have I ever been to a WrestleMania live? No, I have not, my friend. I have been to a SummerSlam. I went to SummerSlam 2019, and I've been to Survivor Series 2016. So I've seen Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, that match that ended in like a minute and 23 seconds. I've seen that live. And I saw the debut of The Fiend live as well at SummerSlam 2019. Hey, Jacob Toon, how are you, man? Then I've also been to NXT TakeOver Toronto, both of them. Both of the Toronto's takeovers I've been to. Pretty much anytime WWE has a pay-per-view coming to Toronto, I'm going to try to be there. We don't get that many pay-per-views in Toronto as is, so every time that it shows up, I'm going to try to show up myself.
You know, he's 43 years old. Made a comeback into the World Wrestling Federation after being off like 8 years. I'll tell you something that he was doing. He was training.
Wait, actually, Michael One Eden? He killed someone in a bar parking lot? Really? Whoa. Money Made, how you doing, buddy? First time in the chat. It's good to have you. Jacob Toon's going to Mania this year. Oh, have yourself a fun time, man. Have they actually announced ticket sales for Mania this year? I didn't know if they actually announced it. Jacob Toon says, imagine a WrestleMania in Canada. The crowd would be insane. I don't know where we would hold a WrestleMania. I legit don't. We could do it in the, in the Rogers Center, where the Blue Jays play, but like, that might, I don't know what the seating is inside of that. Hey, Carrie, how are you? So the Rogers Center, max capacity. Let's see here. So the Rogers Center, you guys might know it by the name of the Sky Dome. It is now known as the Rogers Center, though. It's our big stadium in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's where the Toronto Blue Jays play, but it can seat up to. Okay, so interesting. So I just clicked on professional wrestling right here, and it says WWE has hosted WrestleMania at the Rogers Center twice. WrestleMania VI was held on April 1st, 1990, with the main event being a title versus title match, which saw the Intercontinental Champion Ultimate Warrior defeat Hulk Hogan, set the Sky Dome attendance record of 67,678. So that's a pretty solid crowd. It's a solid crowd. The attendance record was then broken when 68,237 attended WrestleMania X8 on March 17th, 2002. The main event seeing Triple H win the Undisputed Championship against Chris Jericho. So interesting. So they've got... Oh! Razor Ramon wins. Razor Ramon beats Bob Backlund. And it's over just like that. So, yeah, they might go back. If they can get over 65,000. Yeah, if they could get over 65,000, I think that they would have a shot at holding WrestleMania in Toronto again. But when you're having like 100-seat arena or 100,000-seat arenas, it's tough to want to go to Toronto, right? Especially considering Toronto isn't as like, I don't know, internationally known. Like Toronto, we've got our international airport, we've got all the stuff for accommodations and everything. But I'm not sure if it's if it's worldwide known as much as like, you know, some states. some big arenas in the States, like Miami, you know, when Miami held WrestleMania, or you got the one in Texas there, right? Yeah.
On a recent edition of Monday Night Raw. Let's go back and take a look how this all unfolded. He's going to take a run at him. He's going to take a run at him. Please don't let it happen. Well, look at that. Jimmy Hart shoved to the outside. Now the official has to get
But there's more guaranteed money in the States since they have massive stadiums. Yeah, I'm getting at that as well, right? Like it's not as internationally known, and there's more money to be made in the States. The advertisers are bigger in the States. There's just more money to be made in the States, right? It is what it is.
And quite candidly, he couldn't believe it either.
Yak, 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 Okerlund. We've been hearing him cry for weeks now. Well, it's time to put up or shut up. It's now. This is WrestleMania 9. This is Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is Caesar's Palace, where the stakes are always high. And that's the way Money Incorporated likes it, because the higher the stakes, the bigger the bankroll when you win. And we don't make bets that we can't win. They say they're going to bankrupt Money Incorporated. Well, how do you bankrupt a company who has an unlimited credit line? And that's what we've got. This is our city, the city of money. You're going to come into our city. This is our backyard. What are the odds, Okerlund, of beating a dog in his own backyard?
I don't know about that. I'm not a betting man. Urban R. Shyster.
You know something, mega morons? You've got all the answers. That's right. Beefcake, you've got the protective mask.
Can you believe this is Bray Wyatt's dad?
Well,
That this
I'm
is
gonna tell you what Money
Bo
Inc. 's gonna
Dallas's
do to
dad?
it. We're going to take the mask off and beat your face into oblivion. By the time we're through, you're going to look like a jigsaw puzzle with a few of the pieces missing. And speaking of jigsaw puzzles, we heard Hulk Hogan got into a little accident coming out of the gym last night. That's what money can do. And you know something, Okerlund? You think Beefcake's face looks bad. Wait until you get a load of Hogan's.
Well, I don't know if I completely follow that. I thank you, gentlemen. Tag Team Champions Money Incorporated. Right now, let's go to Fincus Maximus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team match.
All right.
For one fall, it's for the World Wrestling
So we got a tag team title match coming up next.
Championship.
Cool. Kingslayer says, funny enough, Colin, I started watching you in 2019, and my first video of watching you was when you went to SummerSlam 2019 and vlogged it. Wow. That's awesome, man. So you've been watching for a little bit. Glad to have you as a viewer. Yeah, that was a really fun time going to SummerSlam with Bob. Oh, man, guys, I just want the world to be back to normal. I want to be able to go places. I want to be able to see friends. I want to be able to hang out with people. Like, oh, I can't wait for the world to be back to normal whenever it happens. Chuck Francesco says, man, WWE was financially in big trouble after this Mania. Were they? Were they? So this thing was a financial disaster? Is that what it was? I miss Bob as well, guys. Oh, that dude, like, we used to hang out, literally. So when I was in broadcasting school, we would hang out every single day, pretty much. When I was in sport management, we'd go to hockey together every single day because we were on the same hockey team. Or once a week. Every single week, I should say. We'd go to hockey together once a week, hang out. Yeah, and then we did those pay-per-views, and you guys remember when WWE was running pay-per-views like really close together, like every 2 weeks during the brand split? Remember when they had SmackDown exclusive pay-per-views and then Raw exclusive pay-per-views 2 weeks later, and like literally it was every 2 weeks there was a new pay-per-view? Yeah, me and Bob, we got together for those pay-per-views. We hung out outside of that as well. Like, I miss the guy. I wish I was able to see him. I don't think this was supposed to be the actual arena for WrestleMania 9. Was it not? Okay. Brandon Harbin says, sucks getting older, losing touch of friends like that, not being able to see them like you used to. Yeah, it does suck. It does suck, you know. Oh, the main... The Mega Maniacs. I didn't even know this was a tag team. But yeah. I'm just... It's sad, you know. It sucks. He was a good buddy of mine for quite some time, and I just haven't been able to see him. He got a girlfriend who seems like just an awesome girl. Like, really seems like an awesome girl. They've been together for, I think, over a year now. And I've never met her, you know, and I really want to meet her. I think that she seems like a good girl for Bob, and... You know, I want to know who this girl is with my buddy. I want to know who's got the heart of Bob, you know? But I haven't been able to meet her yet. Yeah.
Left side of his face very bruised. He's still got the enthusiasm to take it to Money Inc. Because he knows.
Hey, it's your boy Deontay Mitchell. Actually, Bob might be dating her for over 2 years now. Has it been 2 years? It might be 2 years that Bob has been dating her, because I think he was actually dating her back when we went to SummerSlam.
Up till 4 o'clock with those guys. Money Incorporated, DiBiase, and
You know what it is. You know how those guys work on the gym. You know how sweaty their hands get. He could have dropped the barbell. He could have dropped some weights. Accidents will happen.
I don't think so.
What about the guy I streamed WrestleMania 33 with? Oh, Steve. Wow, Chuck, you got yourself a good memory. Steve is my best friend in the world. Steve is my absolute best friend. I haven't seen Steve in a while because of the pandemic, but like me and Steve, we talk like every day. We've got like a group chat going on. Like he's in our financial talk, like for our stock market talk. He's in our big group chat that we have. He's also in a little group chat with me and another one of my buddies. Like we talk all the time, and we make the effort to hang out every chance that we get. We just have not been able to see each other. No, it's not Steve Taylor. It's not Steve Taylor. It's a different Steve. My buddy, Steve. I should arrange to go see Bob when this is all over. Oh, you know I'm gonna. You guys know I'm gonna.
As opposed to a Democrat, yeah.
Republican. Well, you might have had a good one too, because they were very disliked. They were tax collectors.
Well, I knew that. Just want to see if you knew. IRS is...
Good to have you back, Deontay Mitchell. Good to have you back. Ross Block says, imagine if Khan and Bob switch roles. Botch streams his reaction while Khan uploads videos of his reactions. That doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon, my friend. Not anytime soon. Botch guy's got his stuff going on over there. Which, by the way, you should definitely check out if you guys don't know about him.
Elbow by DiBiase. Very well placed. DiBiase. And now calling in his partner. The illegal double team here on Beefcake.
Yeah, Castillo, definitely. It was definitely a little easier to get pinfalls, it seemed, back in the day. Any move could put somebody away. They didn't necessarily just have finishing moves, right? They had moves that would be the climax of the big match, but, like, they didn't really have, like, quote-unquote finishing moves. They just had big-time moves they would hit. Do I ever want to meet Botch Guy in real life? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I'd love to meet Botch Guy in real life. If that is ever able to happen, absolutely.
Striking Beefcake in the face as long as he's wearing that protective mask. And boom, the champion.
It's incredible, Kakapopo. Incredible stuff, man. Did I know that WrestleMania 2 is the only WrestleMania event to take place on a Monday? I didn't know that, but I now do. Thank you for that tidbit. Oh, Brutus slamming him into the corner over and over again. And there's Brutai. You mean you haven't met Botch Guy IRL? Nope, I have not. You got to think about it. Location, location, location. He is in Vancouver area, I'm pretty sure. And I am somewhere around the Toronto area, which is a long ways away from each other. Tim says, will you and Bob stream if you catch up? Put it this way. The invite will always be there for Bob to make the journey down to this place and stream if he ever wants to. He is more than welcome to join the stream. He is more than welcome to make the drive down here and sit right next to me right here and do a little live stream and talk some wrestling. Absolutely. He is more than welcome to be able to come back on the show. If I drive down and I see Bob and we're just hanging out, no, I do not plan on live streaming that. I plan on hanging out with my friend and catching up that way, right? But yeah, if he is ever able to come back here and ever able to get back on the stream, absolutely, I will have Bob back. 1,000%. If we're able to make that work. Have I traveled before? I have. I have. Ooh. Have I thought about using Zoom to stream with Bob? Yeah. Put it this way, guys. I'd rather it be in person if we're doing it. Okay? It's not that fun streaming over Zoom. Trying to talk over each other. Trying to figure out when is the breaks in the conversation. No, it's not fun. I don't like Zoom calls. I'm actually, you know what? This is a great thing right here. I'm not a fan of Zoom calls. I'm not a fan of Skype. I'm not a fan of FaceTime. I'm not a fan of any of that. I do not like having a face on my phone looking at me and talking that way. I don't like it. I don't like Zoom calls. I don't like Skype calls. I don't like any of that. And I think that trying to have a conversation over them is god-awful. It's people talking over each other, and I'm not good at talking on FaceTime or anything like that. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. So yeah, it's not one of my favorite things to do. We do it with Botch Guy talking wrestling because it is the only way we can do it. But with other things, it's not a thing I want to do. I really don't like it.
Hogan and Beefcake have been dominant in the early going of this WWE. Hey, what are they going?
Good thinking.
The champion's leaving.
The only thing that I wish.
Aaron says you're weird. Okay. I mean, sure. I guess I'm a little weird for not liking FaceTime, I guess. I just feel like the technology is a little laggy, and when you're trying to speak to each other, it's so much waiting around for the other person to speak.
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. I have just been informed by the referee that if Money Incorporated does not come back and re-enter the ring by the count of 10, not only will they lose the match, they will also lose their tag team.
Oh, so Money Inc. has to get back inside the ring.
How can you just make the rules up as you go? I gotta admit, I was not surprised when these guys took off because they can keep the belts that way. Lose them.
They got to get back inside that ring.
They're back in at 8.
Oh, just getting back inside the ring just in the nick of time.
Does that work at WrestleMania?
By the way, this is that YouTuber. I'm going to mess up saying your name again, man. But Deportes Y Luchas. Deportes Y Luchas. Deportes E Luchas? What's Y in Spanish? Anyways.
Jimmy Hart, the former manager of Money Incorporated, giving the Hulkster perhaps some tips, perhaps some strategy.
Oh, Anna J just released a new photo, and that's on Twitter, and she's injured for a little bit. Did you guys hear about Anna J? She's going to be out for a little bit. Chuck Francesco is asking me, why choose to watch this Mania? Because I want to watch through all the Manias. This was the next one up for me. I've seen WrestleMania 8 at this point. I needed to see this one. And the next one we're going to be watching is WrestleMania 10, then WrestleMania 11, then WrestleMania 12. Yeah. It's pronounced E. All right, E in Spanish. So, Deportes y Luchas. Deportes y Luchas. There you go. So thank you for following me, man. Good to have you. Pretty decent YouTuber over there.
At the injured Hulk Hogan, trying to again rob him of his oxygen, keeping the pressure on.
Look at a good quick tag.
Y is and in Spanish. So it's Y as well. Oh, what? Let me look it up. Why in Spanish?
Money Inc., you gotta beat him, and I don't think they can beat Money Inc.
DiBiase continues his illegal ways, choking Hogan right over the top rope there. I don't care how big and how strong you are.
E.
No air, no oxygen. You're gonna be in big time trouble.
Oh, I see what you're saying there, Tim. I see what you're saying there. So why is and in Spanish? Ah, okay. So why is and in Spanish? Okay. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, Anna Jay going to be out of action for at least a year by the looks of it. 8 to 12 months.
DiBiase's got the $1 million dream. Left hand on Hogan.
Hogan, would you like to leave a wake-up call?
This
You're
is
going
what
out.
DiBiase's famous for right here. This one hold.
Hey, Rebecca Helfritz, how are you?
When Hulkamania runs wild on you. You're going to sleep, dummy.
Hogan continue to compete here. He's fighting with all he's got now. After being choked with a tag rope, after being draped over the top rope. Goodness knows what happened to him last night.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I know, like, no Spanish, so, yeah. Ross Block is asking me, do I still have that cough? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think we're good.
Great shape, but there's not much you can do once DiBiase slaps that dream on you. The $1 million dream.
This is for all the marbles, to say the least.
And that's why they're tag team champions.
Obviously.
Sports and luchas, is that what that's supposed to say? Cool.
I'll tell you what, they're going to check his arm here in a second. He's still got it up in the air, but he's going down fast.
The official is in great position.
Messiah, you subscribed from the, Wait, one sec, I want to read this. He says, I subscribed to you ever since the one video you did where you and everybody got mad for no reason when the match ended by DQ inside Hell in a Cell. It wasn't for no reason. Wasn't for no reason. It was an absolutely ridiculous moment in WWE that has actually led to the direct downfall of WWE to this day. Ratings have died out. People switched to AEW. People stopped watching all wrestling altogether because of that one moment. It was really worth the rant. It was worth that rant. It was well deserved. Hogan hangs in here. Hogan back up to his feet. Hogan hulking up, everybody. Oh, the $1 million dream is locked in, though, and Hogan starts to fade.
Just like Paul Bear and the Undertaker, he draws that strength from the earth.
Look at Beefcake. He's got the sleeper.
Oh, we got a sleeper hold now from Brutus Beefcake on Ted DiBiase. The $1 million man is in trouble, guys. IRS trying to get towards him, but Ted DiBiase being put to sleep. And Brutus gets out of there. Took him a long time to know lucha means fight. Yeah, actually, it took me until, like, right now. I didn't know lucha means fight. The fight party. Fight house party. Sure.
If there's a count out, the titles don't change hands. 7 like if they would have left. 8.
Count of 8. 9, Hogan. Hogan is up.
He was listening to the count. He was not playing possum, but he sat up like the Undertaker, guaranteed.
Sat up like the Undertaker. Was Hogan trying to steal the Undertaker's gimmick?
Hogan, where Beefcake is, he's got to make that tag.
Tag has been made, and in comes IRS, but a tag has been made, and in comes Brutus. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Here he goes, wearing a weird mask. Right hands over and over and over again. What happened to Beefcake? What happened to Brutus? Brutus Beefcake. What happened? So,
They got to stop the Mega Maniacs' momentum.
he came back. Okay, so he went to WCW from 94 to 96. And then from 98 to 99, his face got crushed? Wait a second. Wait, what? Hang on. We're going to read this out even further. This is it. Oh, God. Yeah, shoot, guys. So something actually happened big time with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. So in July of 1990, a serious parasailing accident put Brutus the Barber Beefcake out of action. He was helping his parasailer friend prepare for takeoff when the driver of the boat mistook a cue to take off and pulled the friend's bare feet hard into Leslie's face, crushing his facial skeleton. Over 100 feet of wire and 32 screws were required to construct a new face. Oh my God! Leslie lost his nasal cavity, jaw, and had no ability to breathe on his own. What? Okay, I need to see. Hang on. Brutus Beefcake accident. What the hell? So that explains why he's wrestling in a mask. What happened to his face? Do we... So that explains the mask. Like, that explains the mask. We're going to continue reading up on that, but I got to see...
Beefcake face first into the foot of IRS. The referee's got to use a great deal of discretion here. Beefcake is in big time trouble.
My face exploded. Facial rebuild. My good God. I don't know if I can see a photo. I don't know if there is a photo about it.
I've always said that Beefcake's has more guts than brains.
Yeah, I don't see a photo about it. So, let's continue reading this. So basically, after that accident, so the driver mistook a cue to take off and pulled the friend's bare feet hard into Leslie's face, crushing his facial skeleton. So, like, I'm trying to think what would have happened. The guy would have been sitting there, right? Probably looking right at the guy's face. The driver took off and boom, right? Boom. Just his feet drove right there. I wonder how quick he must have been going to destroy his face like that. But man, the fact that Brutus the Barber Beefcake's face actually looks fine here when the mask is off of his head, it's incredible. It's incredible that he came back wrestling. So let's continue reading here. So his career was put on hold for almost 2 whole years. For a short time in early 1991, a masked character played by Brutus appeared on TV. The character would run in during matches and attack various heels, notably Rick Martel, Dino Bravo, and Earthquake. He would run in on their matches, punch them a few times, throw a headbutt, and immediately retreat. He never wrestled a match and was never given an official name. Dave Meltzer at the time reported that most wrestlers were against his return due to concerns about the safety of his returning to the ring and their ability to have quality matches while avoiding further injuring him. Makes sense. He returned as Beefcake in a special appearance on April 23rd, 1991 edition of Primetime Wrestling, and then as a full-time regular in the summer of 91, hosting an interview segment called The Barbershop. The Rockers split up on The Barbershop when Shawn Michaels superkicked. So no way, we would never have gotten the infamous Barbershop segment if he wouldn't have broken his face. That's actually incredible. We would not have gotten the infamous Barbershop segment with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty going through the glass if he wouldn't have broken his face. Yeah, that doesn't count. Why would Jimmy Hart count to 3? Why would Hulk Hogan and Brutus be celebrating like that? Hang on, here comes another referee. Man, guys, this Mania is kind of bad, isn't it? It is kind of bad. This match sucked. This match was bad. Why would they be celebrating thinking that that's an actual thing? Anyways,
Winner of this bout as a result of a disqualification. And still, World Wrestling
oh, Money Inc. wins via disqualification. Money Inc. wins via disqualification. Now Hulk Hogan and Brutus putting his hands on a referee because that's a good guy. Oh, and then IRS and DiBiase from behind with the belts trying to escape. Oh, he gets out of there.
And Hogan may want to have a little word
With Danny Davis here. You hit him, you're suspended. Oh, probably Hogan. They'll probably give him $350,000.
What's Jimmy saying to the? What's Jimmy doing now?
Telling the Mega Maniacs not to level Danny Davis.
Well, that's a good decision right there.
Jimmy Hart getting in the face of the ref, and Jimmy just throws him outside of the ring.
The Mega Maniacs.
So, were people really rooting for the good guys beating up a referee? That seems like a heel move. All right. So, boom, back here to talking about Brutus. So yeah, that was the Shawn Michaels Marty Jannetty segment, throwing him through the glass window. This turned Michaels heel and began his singles run to stardom. The final barbershop segment took place in February of 1992. Newly turned heel Sid Justice attacked Beefcake, destroyed the set, building heat for his feud with Hulk Hogan. After this, Beefcake disappeared once again. In early 1993, Beefcake once again returned to WWF, appearing on Monday Night Raw. Beefcake's facial injury was used in an angle with Money Inc. So here we go, this one right here, in what was billed as Beefcake's comeback match. So this was comeback match, okay. He defeated DiBiase on Raw by disqualification. Oh, so this isn't the comeback match, never mind. He defeated DiBiase on Raw by disqualification when DiBiase and Shyster double-teamed him. Shyster then tried to re-injure Beefcake, hitting him with a steel briefcase. Longtime heel manager and manager of Money Inc., Jimmy Hart, turned face by trying to stop his team from hurting Beefcake, and Hulk Hogan returned to the WWF after a one-year hiatus. Also, Hogan was out for a year. Hogan and Beefcake teamed for the first time since December of 1989 as the Mega Maniacs, with Hart as their manager. The Mega Maniacs, with Beefcake wearing a protective face mask, challenged Money Inc. for the Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania 9. And although gaining some revenge, lost via disqualification. And then the next year's WrestleMania was his final wrestling appearance on WWF television. There we go. He left the WWF, then he went to WCW. So he's the bodyguard of Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Interesting, as the disciple. Oh, so there's been a disciple in WCW before. Interesting. Almost unrecognizable at first with a full beard, sunglasses, and NWO-styled biker attire. Interesting. So he was in the NWO? Kind of? Yeah. His true identity was revealed on screen by Roddy Piper during his feud with Hogan. Disciple accompanied Hogan to the ring for his matches and would often be called in to assist in beating down the opponent, often using his new finishing move, the Apocalypse. After Hogan became the WCW World Heavyweight Champion in April, these beatdowns often included the title belt itself, which the disciple would drape over his shoulder before performing the Apocalypse, driving its center plate into the victim's face on the way down. He was abducted by the Warrior during Warrior's feud with Hogan, and was later seen hanging from his feet backstage. What? After being brainwashed? What am I reading? After being brainwashed by the Warrior, he turned on Hogan and became the second member of Warrior's One Warrior Nation. What the frig? After Warrior left WCW, the disciples' push largely diminished, and he spent the remainder of his time in WCW as a jobber. His last pay-per-view match was World War III Battle on November 22nd, 1998. In his last televised match, aired on November 6, 1999, he wore attire much like he did in the early WWF days as Brutus Beefcake, though still under the disciple name, and he lost to Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So, like, what am I reading there? Like, the first half of that made sense, but, like, the second half, this first one right here, this storyline, literally, reading this out loud does not make sense to me. I'm going to have to see it just to see exactly what it's all about. But the disciple was abducted by the Warrior During Warrior's feud with Hogan, he was later seen hanging from his feet backstage. Period. After being brainwashed by the Warrior, what? He turned on Hogan and became the second member of Warrior's one Warrior Nation. So, you want to hear that again? He was abducted by Warrior, later seen hanging from his feet backstage, became brainwashed by Warrior, and joined the One Warrior Nation so that there was two members. I see why WCW died. I see why. I see why it died. That's bad. That's bad. CEO of Caesar's Palace. You don't think that guy had any mob connections, do you? You don't think this guy right here, Dan Reichertz. Okay, Dan Reichertz. Let me look up his name. Let's see if there's any mob connections. I'm curious now. Dan Reichertz.
More than any arena in the world, this is the highest energy level we've ever had. Unbelievable. Bar none. And I must tell you, the last couple of days, the energy level in town, simply fabulous.
Let's see. All right. Las Vegas mob. Let's go, mob. Well, nothing on Google. I wonder why. But yeah, probably. I'm going to go ahead and assume if this is the CEO of Caesar's Palace, this guy's got a little bit of connections. I'm doing pretty good, Ghostface. How you doing, man? I've stepped through Caesar's Palace. I've never actually stayed there, but when I went to Vegas, I've only been to Vegas one time, but when we went to Vegas, we stepped through Caesar's Palace. We had to check out their casino, of course. We checked out their pool. We stayed in Bally's in Vegas, which is pretty much directly across from Caesar's Palace. So we basically walked right over there the next day or second day of our time staying there and checked out Caesar's Palace, and it is a cool place, man. Really cool. I want to go back to Vegas so bad. I want to actually go back with money this time. Last time that I went with $300 basically, and I was like, okay, these $300 here are my gambling money, and I'm gonna take this $300, and if I lose all $300, then that is what it is. And basically, that $300 I was up to at one point $600, and I'm like, yeah, doubled my money, man, let's go. The problem is that it was like on the second day of our 4-day trip that I doubled my money, so I now had $600 to gamble on the weekend. And I lost all 600. Lost it all on the last night, the absolute last night that we were there. If you don't know, they pump oxygen into the casinos, right, to try to keep you awake, to try to keep you energized. You don't feel tired when you're in the casinos. And so I was up until 5 in the morning, just sitting there on the machine, just boom, 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 boom. Up money, down money, up money, down money. But the best part is I tipped the nice lady $10 at the start of the night, and I said, I'm going to be at this machine all night if you want to keep the beers coming. Sure enough, I sat there literally the whole night just drinking beers, pounding them back. Beers are free, right? So, well, not free. You pay for it, but essentially free. You don't have to pay for it right then and there. You pay for it in, gambling. But yeah, beers just keep getting delivered to me. It's light beer. It's America. It's not Canadian beer, but still keep getting delivered. And I was just like, man, pound those back. Another one, good ma'am. Another one, good ma'am. Next thing you know, it's 5 a.m. and I've lost $600. But man, what a fun time it was in Vegas. I want to go back with buddies though next time. I had to unfortunately go with, not had to, but I went with my parents. It was for my mom's 50th birthday. So we had a couple of my parents' friends there. And then my sister, unfortunately, wasn't of legal age to do anything in Vegas. What a crappy trip for her. Like, she literally had to stay inside the hotel and do nothing. She went to some pools. She walked around Vegas but couldn't gamble anywhere. She couldn't drink anywhere. It sucked for her. Here's the narcissist, Lex Luger.
Just wait till Mr. Perfect walks down that aisle and listen up. Natalie Cole will be on her feet like everybody here.
Luger, 6'5", 275, and obviously extremely physically gifted athlete.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that there, man. Here's all the ladies with Lex. Oh, and he's got the mirrors. The narcissist. Oh, and there's sparklers on the mirrors. Okay, you got to admit this is kind of a cool entrance.
Luger loves mirrors, doesn't he?
But yeah, in 2 months doesn't. Well, Brandon Harbin says 2 months. I'm not sure if that's the exact time frame because I didn't watch back then. But like, in 2 months' time, this guy's supposed to be the next face of the company, and they had him as a big time heel at Mania.
That's a man that knocked out
Listen
Bret
to the
Hart
people.
in front.
16,000 whistling at the narcissist.
Ooh, yeah, listen to this.
Listen to this ovation for Mr. Perfect.
And here comes Mr. Perfect. All right. Maybe 3 months? Okay. Cool. So Mr. Perfect on his way down to the ring. All the ladies going to walk right past Mr. Perfect.
Whistling at him and cheering. Boy, it wasn't because of the 4 young ladies that held the mirrors either. It's because of the narcissist, Lex Luger.
There you go.
He's a knockout lead.
Cool. All right, so let's get this one down here. We got ourselves about an hour, a little bit under an hour left, everyone. A little bit under an hour left in this show today. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Make sure you leave a like if you are. Make sure you're subscribed as well. And if you want to sync up your time right here, we're at an hour and 49 minutes and 14, 15, 16 seconds.
Your version of it. No doubt about that. And there you see another phenomenal athlete, Mr. Perfect. I don't know if I've ever seen a more gifted all-around athlete than that young man there.
You're right. Lex Luger is something else.
Talking about what's your moniker?
Oh, everybody, some breaking news as well. 34 minutes ago, WWE NXT tweeted out saying, "Time's up," as Escobar and Karrion Kross collide in a no disqualification match. So this Wednesday, everybody, it's going to be Santos Escobar versus Karrion Kross in a no DQ match. Big time stuff going down. Should be good. I've never enjoyed a pay-per-view this bad before. Thanks for making me have so much fun, Con. Thanks for making this so much fun. No problem, buddy. I'm glad that I can make it enjoyable. This is the best way to watch wrestling, right? To have people to talk to, just to complain and bitch and moan and say, that was good, that sucked. Like, that's what wrestling is designed for. It's designed to be watched with people. It's designed to have a good time with it, right? You're not necessarily truly supposed to take every single thing that happens in wrestling seriously, and sometimes I do forget that myself, but when you just sit there and enjoy and chat about wrestling, it can be a very fun time watching it, can't it? Be a really fun time. Cubs fan is saying, can you get to watch NXT on Sportsnet 360 and Sportsnet Now? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'll be live this Wednesday with it. I'm really looking forward to it. This is fun to do. Watch these with a group of people. I'm glad you're enjoying it as well, Brandon Harbin. Really glad you're enjoying it, man. 2K Dude is asking me, what made me start watching wrestling? So it's kind of a long story, but at the same time, not really. So let me tell you it. When I was in grade 5, so 2005. Yeah, 2005, when I was in grade 5. My buddy Steve, who has been on this channel before, and my other good friend Matt, they were listening to wrestling theme songs on the school bus, and we were coming back from like a trip from somewhere. I want to say Canada's Wonderland, our amusement park, but I don't know if that is certain. It might have been the pool. It might have been something else. It might have been nothing. I honestly don't remember, but I do know we were on a school bus, and they were rocking out to a couple of WWE theme songs. They were rocking out to Edge's theme song, they were rocking out to John Cena theme song, and they were rocking out to Batista's theme song. So basically, I look back, and they're like, it must have been for Edge's because they were doing the head bob, the right? They're just bobbing along to the music and just having a great time listening. So two of my best friends, and I'm like, hey guys, what are you listening to? Can I listen? And they're like, oh, we're listening to wrestling theme songs. I don't think you watch wrestling. I'm like, no, what's wrestling? They told me very, very briefly what wrestling was. And I went home that night, fired up whatever wrestling show was on. I think it was Friday Night SmackDown or Thursday Night SmackDown, whatever it was back in those days, whatever day it happened to be. I fired it up, and that was that. I was pretty much hooked at that point. I was told I'm not allowed to watch wrestling by my parents, so I continued to watch it anyways. No, I wasn't allowed to watch it, so I had to sneak it. I had to have the family channel basically pulled up and have last channel on the TV remote, ready to hit last channel. I'm like waiting for it. I've got the remote in my hand, and anytime I heard footsteps coming through the kitchen towards our little den that we have, I was like, last channel, switch it really quick. I had like the volume turned all the way down low so that my parents wouldn't hear it. Like, I was not allowed to watch it in 2005. And it was that way for a while. I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling until probably 2007, 2008, somewhere in that range. And once I was finally allowed to, once my parents stopped fighting me on it, that's when I truly became like a die-hard wrestling fan. And just kept watching every single Monday Night Raw. Not as often would I watch SmackDown. Not as often, but like I would watch it still. I would go out of my way though to watch every single Monday Night Raw. And then at that point, I think I just became a fan, you know? That's all it was. I just started really, really watching. But I found wrestling because two of my friends were listening to wrestling theme songs on a bus. Hey, GP3, how are you doing, man? How you doing?
He's not just perfect, he's perfect.
My only question is, Kakapopo says, how did a young con man find WWE by himself? Well, like I told you, I didn't find it by myself. Two of my friends, best friends in the world, were listening to wrestling theme songs, and they told me about wrestling. So I went home and I watched it that night. We had satellite and we had a guide. So, like, I was able to just click on the satellite guide and scroll through and see when there was WWE on. And it just so happened to be on that night. It would have either been Thursday Night SmackDown or Friday Night SmackDown. I don't know which day it would have been, but it was a SmackDown episode. I can remember that. In fact, Chuck Palumbo. I want to say Chuck Palumbo. Is that accurate? Did Chuck Palumbo come back around that time? Palumbo. Let's see. Chuck Palumbo. Returned to WWE 2006. Okay, so he came back in 2006. Oh, no, 2007. Okay, so no, he was 2007. Never mind when he actually started wrestling on TV. So I saw the whole stuff with Chuck Palumbo. That was one of those characters that came in that I really remember. I think it was his... Did Chuck Palumbo have a rivalry with Jamie Noble? I remember that. I think that's one, right? Yeah, here it is. Palumbo began an on-screen relationship with Michelle McCool, who he teamed with to defeat Dykstra and Victoria in a mixed tag team match. He then feuded with Jamie Noble after Noble made advances towards McCool. After a series of matches between the men, Noble won a date with McCool by defeating Palumbo. Palumbo accidentally elbowed McCool during a match, causing her to suffer a storyline concussion. The partnership was dissolved when McCool refused to accept his apology the following week. Palumbo vowed to get revenge on Noble and defeated Noble next week. Isn't that where he, like, destroyed Noble? Hang on. When did he destroy Jamie Noble? Chuck Palumbo destroys Jamie Noble. I think I remember this segment. Big time.
Good officiating. Good call. That's great. That's nice.
Well, that's Heenan's voice. I bet everybody can tell that.
Yeah.
He took him all the way around. Up
Honestly, I can't remember if that did happen.
Cocky right now. He should have covered him quicker.
and that
Kick out by Mr. Perfect. This match sucks. Everybody, this match sucks. That we're seeing right here on the screen.
real gut check.
Oh, shoot. Tiger Woods is injured.
I get that impression that
As we are live here at Caesar's Palace
Whoa.
in Las Vegas, Nevada. And thank you for being with us. And oh, great athletic move up.
Wow. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was in a single car accident this morning in California where he suffered multiple leg injuries. He is currently in surgery, and we thank you for your privacy and support. Yo, his car rolled over in a collision. Yo, Tiger Woods.
Force Perfect back in the corner.
and I was going to suggest to Lex Luger how to get out of it. But he told me, don't worry.
The Los
I know how to
Angeles
get out of
County
it.
Sheriff's Office says that Tiger Woods has been injured in a rollover car accident. Police say Woods was the only person in the car and that the car sustained such major damage that authorities needed to use the jaws of life
Wow.
to free him with the help of firefighters and paramedics. Woods was rushed to the hospital, and the extent of his injuries so far is still unclear. Authorities say it happened around 7 a.m. local time in California on the border of Rolling Hills Estates and Ranchos Palos Verdes. The cause of the crash is under investigation, and there is a picture
Wow.
of the car.
Oh, God, that
Holy
car's
cow.
mangled.
We're going to keep on this breaking story.
Holy crap. That car is mangled. Yo, hopefully he's okay. Like, he's in surgery right now. That's scary, man. That car is mangled. He was inside of that. Oh, goodness. Oh! Yo! Whoa, 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 whoa. We got some huge news for some new stuff coming to the wrestling world. Guys, I'm going to turn this up for you so you can hear.
It takes a lot more than a look to be a superstar.
Statistically, he wasn't supposed to be on that stage being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Doctor wouldn't clear me to wrestle, but I was going to wrestle.
I watched Steve stand up on legs that he couldn't feel.
He was a bad guy. He had to be on guard a lot.
The most pivotal human beings in pro wrestling history.
Let's get ready to
Ooh, yeah!
You can't say anybody was better, but also tormented.
I was not just a drug addict. I was an angry one.
I want to be remembered making people feel a certain way when they watch me.
Man, that was a great ride.
Biography WWE Legends, an 8-part event, starts with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Sunday, April 18th at 8 on A&E.
Drop to your knees, Lex. Drop to your knees.
Drop to your knees. Perfect. Uh-oh. Luger's got that middle rope hook with his foot.
Oh my God. That looks absolutely incredible. That looks absolutely incredible. By the way, Mr. Perfect just lost. WWE and A&E are taking fans behind the curtain like never before. 8 biography specials, including one with Mick Foley. This is from Mick Foley's Twitter. Premiering every Sunday at 8 p.m. starting April 18th. Ladies and gentlemen, this is freaking huge. Taking you behind the scenes of 8 of the biggest superstars ever in this business. Let me read out who is going to be in this thing, guys. Like, who is in this thing right here?
Pro wrestling history.
In this thing, we've got Bret the Hitman Hart, Booker T, Macho Man Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, Mick Foley, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Shawn Michaels. 8 of them going behind the scenes, talking about their life, talking about everything, talking about the dark days, talking about whatever. That is so cool, man. That's going to be really good. A&E.
Courtesy of the narcissist, Lex Luger.
First of all, it was a controversial victory for
Did he win the
Luger in
match?
first place.
Exactly. Did he win the match?
Yes, Bobby.
That's all we care about.
My point was that Luger...
Wow, guys. Like, that is actually going to be so good. Looking forward to that. That alongside of Dark Side of the Ring, the documentaries that we're starting to get for wrestling is incredible. And the best thing is, guys, we're starting to see people outside of just the WWE world make documentaries. I really hope that continues to happen. We've got some good stuff on YouTube right now these days. We're getting some stuff like this outside of WWE. We, of course, got the Dark Side of the Ring that I just previously mentioned. Yeah, some really good stuff. Hey, Alpha Tem, I'm going to be live with Minecraft this Friday. Oh, hang on, Mr. Perfect going after Lex Luger. Lex Luthor, I should say, not Lex Luger. Lex Luthor. Right into the box. Oh, no, Michael's going after Mr. Perfect. The Intercontinental Champion going right after him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Michaels. Why? Oh, a shot with a trash can. Now he's got a broom. You know how they said Shawn Michaels could have a great match with a broom? Well, he just proved it right there. Wow, Michaels stomping on Mr. Perfect. JR sounds so energetic, too. I loved it when the announcers were arguing with each other. JR trying to get in the middle of them. And yeah, Valheim's going to be tomorrow, everybody. JR trying so hard to stop Bobby the Brain Heenan and Macho Man getting at each other. No, it is Luger. God damn it, your guys are right. I totally corrected myself for Luther. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, that's deserving of a con botch. That's deserving of a con botch. That one I deserve.
What a confrontation that's going to be. So with that, let's take you to Vicus Maximus.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Oh no. Well, everybody, here comes Giant Gonzalez. Alpha Tem says, why couldn't you watch WWE as a 5th grader? Because my parents wouldn't allow me to. It was violent. It was a lot more revealing back then. Stuff that maybe a 10-year-old doesn't necessarily need to see, you know? Pretty sure we had bra and panties matches, and I'm pretty sure we had women on the cover of Playboy magazine being promoted on WWE TV back then when I was just a kid, right? Like, I totally see why my parents didn't want me watching it. I see why. Freaking Giant Gonzalez. What a terrible, 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 terrible look he had. The guy's a big man. He looks like a beast. So here's an idea. Let's put him in a onesie. Here comes the Undertaker, though. He is the Undertaker! Wow, what a cool entrance. Is that a vulture? Does he have a vulture by his side? Is that what that is? That's an ugly bird. That's totally a vulture, isn't it? Oh God, vultures are ugly, 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 ugly birds.
Vultures looking to clean up something. You know, they usually hover over. They can sense things. It's din-din time for that big bird.
Big time wings there.
Like, is there an uglier bird? Legit. Is there an uglier bird than the freaking vulture? Like, they look like a flamingo. That's what they look like. They look like a flamingo, but not anywhere near as pretty. Like, look at these ugly things. Vultures are so damn ugly. Like, really bad. Really ugly looking.
Maybe 6'10", maybe 6'11". What does that make Giant Gonzalez about 18 feet tall? He's near 20 feet tall, I believe. 8 feet. 2010, I think it is something. It looks 20 feet.
All right. Here we go. Giant Gonzalez versus Undertaker. Remember, everybody, if you're enjoying the show, please make sure you leave a like on this video. Also, making sure you are subscribed to the channel. And if you really wish to, you can always drop a little super chat donation. Doesn't matter how much or how little. Any little bit is appreciated.
I mean, you're looking at almost 800 pounds combined weight up between two people.
Might as well be 20,000 pounds.
You would not have liked Giant Gonzalez when he was in WCW as El Gigante. Didn't even know that was a thing, so yeah, probably not. Hey, Dave, my man, if there's anything I can do to take your mind off it, please let me know. How about this? How about this, Dave? Dave, does this help? I'm trying. How about Hornswoggle in a diaper? How about Conman in a diaper? Or how about Conman in a diaper and Swoggle in a diaper as well? Like, let's just get them all up on the screen for you. One more time. There you go. Oh, Undertaker on the top rope. Oh, was that a low blow? That was a low blow. Giant Gonzalez goes after Undertaker into the corner. Have you guys heard the My Whole remix that Naomi did?
Is he human? Is the man human? We're going to find out. Are either of them human? We're going to find out right now.
The Undertaker at 6'10", walking the top rope, and that black attire and those gray boots, walking right down the top rope, showing great balance.
Let me play this for you guys.
Gonzalez at 460 pounds in a great deal of trouble, reeled back into the ring.
You guys ready for this one?
Huge individual. Oh, the referee tried to get the Undertaker to bring the Giant out of the Giant Gonzalez out of the corner, and the Undertaker walked right in that Bigfoot, Bobby.
Bigfoot? Oh, you aren't kidding.
Lucky for me, I'm not like most girls.
All right, I'm going to play that again because I couldn't hear a single thing that played. So let's do it again. There we go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There's my hole. All right.
Undertaker couldn't be Giant Gonzalez. This guy might.
Well, Gonzalez is still just kind of dominating Undertaker. What a match. What a match. Yeah. So, it's living up to a bad WrestleMania, isn't it, guys? It really is.
He could palm the ring.
And the referee checking the arm of the Undertaker. And the Undertaker, there's the Paul Bearer on the
Uh-oh. Paul Bearer. Giving Undertaker the power from the urn. This is the music you hear when you die. Can you imagine? You're just kind of like, okay, there's a hockey puck coming, hits you in the head, and you die. And the first thing you hear upon death is... There you go. Imagine you hear that upon death. Oh, Undertaker goes right into the steel steps, and the steps land on his legs as well. Con, that needs to be a donation gif. Who else agrees? Do you guys want that to be a donation gif? Is that what you're after? Why? Why not? Why not? Why not? Yes, totally. All right, guys. Well, what amount should we have for that? So we've got... what amount do you guys think should we make for that one? What's a fair amount for that donation gift, do you guys think?
From the Undertaker. Another one.
17.
I can't believe it. This is great.
19. 19. Place of the Drew McIntyre hair flip. Damn, 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14's free. What do you guys think? 14 okay? 14. I think that's what we're going to do, everybody. 14 is moose. Oh, shoot. You guys are right. You're totally right. It's not updated in the... I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys are right. It's not updated down in the description below. That's on me. That's on me. My bad, everybody. 14 is moose. That's on me. Conman out of a con botch. You can say con botch now. Go ahead. Say it. I deserve that one. Oh, is it over? I think this match is over. Well, that's that. Okay. So our options are 11, 21, and 26. 11, 21, 26. Guys, what do you think? 11, 21, or 26? 11, 21, or 26? Right here in the live chat. 11, 21, or 26?
They're concerned. There's a problem here at WrestleMania.
11 it is. 11 it is. I see more 11s than I do of any number. So 11 it is, everybody. We're going to do the donation gift of... wow. There you have it. Oh, and Undertaker's going to go on a stretcher. Okay. Wow. So yeah, I got to write that down and make that happen for you guys. My hole, $11. Oh my good God. Giant Gonzalez with a referee in his hand. Oh no. Giant Gonzalez with a choke slam to a referee. Well, that's that one.
I've never seen this man on a stretcher. He's put a lot of bodies on stretchers, but I've never seen him on one. The Undertaker lying motionless on the stretcher and being taken.
Trying to just find like a free piece of paper that I can actually write down on right now. Hey, Jared Valerio. Good to hear that you're done school, man. Good to have you. Okay, so we need the My Whole Dono GIF at 11. The crowd is chanting for Hogan? Wow, Giant Gonzalez rot in peace. Gonzalez getting that heat. Oh no, the Undertaker's back. Undertaker trying to get back to the ring. But this match is over, isn't it? Undertaker back. Right hands to Giant Gonzalez. Back in the ring, and Undertaker right after the big man. Undertaker, what a clothesline. Oh. Off the ropes again. 3 clotheslines, and that time Giant Gonzalez goes down. God, Giant Gonzalez was a weird dude. Brandon Harbin says, this is a great dono gif. My man, thank you for your 11 bomb. I don't have it set up right now, but I can run it manually. So everybody, we've got ourselves an $11 donation from the one and only Brandon Harbin. Take it away, Brandon. Oh my God.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to me.
Oh.
All right, thank you, Jimmy.
There you go.
Somewhere along the line, Bobby Heenan can get to a store of some sorts and get to maybe an underwear salesman. Nonetheless, so much happening here at WrestleMania at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. And, of course, the big one we're looking forward to features the World Wrestling Federation champion, Bret the Hitman Hart, squaring off against the 505-pound challenger from Japan, Yokozuna, of course, managed by Mr. Fuji. They came to the World Wrestling Federation, and, of course, they have people standing on end talking about this big sumo wrestler from Japan. They came, and immediately Mr. Fuji said, we'll challenge anybody who can take this man off his feet. One of the first to step up and issue a challenge to Mr. Fuji on that very subject was none other than Hacksaw Jim Duggan. As a matter of fact, let's go back in time and see how that all unfolded. Take a look.
He gave it everything he had, but look what he's going to have to show for it. No, no, no!
Bonsai drop. What did you think about Yokozuna back in the day, guys? If you were a viewer of WWE, what did you think about Yokozuna?
You'll never get used to seeing something like that from the 505-pound mammoth Yokozuna. Now, just last week, I personally was on hand for the contract signing, the official signing for the match between Bret the Hitman Hart and Yokozuna. Let's go back and take a look at that action.
This is ridiculous! This is uncalled for! Uh-oh, he's gonna go up. No! Now I hope he doesn't hurt him. I'll tell you why, if he hurts him, there's no match. Oh no!
That bonsai drop is a thing of beauty.
It has been a very difficult and trying week for Bret the Hitman Hart, the World Wrestling Federation champ. And, of course, the odds makers right now are saying that, yes, perhaps Yokozuna will be the new World Wrestling Federation champ. I'll tell you what, I can't think of a better individual who can share with us his perspective regarding just who is going to be the new World Wrestling Federation champion. Four-time champion himself. Hulk Hogan. You know, Ted DiBiase said something about it. What in the world happened?
Well, you know something, Mean Gene? I just left the WWF Champions dressing room, Bret the Hitman Hart, and the one thought I want to leave him with was that all the Hulkamaniacs and Hulk Hogan are in his corner. But you
Hogan's
know,
got a black eye.
These seem to
Hogan's
be
got a real black eye.
Step over the line. First off with my bionic brother Brutus, and then last night leaving the gym here in Vegas. I guess money can buy certain liberties around this town. They took it out on the Hulkster brother, but the little Hulkamaniacs pushed me towards the ring. You know, Bret Hart, a warning to the wise, brother. You're a Hulkamaniac, and since so many people are stepping over the line, I want you to watch this Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji like a cat, brother. I want you to watch every move, and I also want you to know, brother, that me and all my Hulkamaniacs are on your side. But as I looked into the eyes of Bret Hart just a few minutes ago, Mean Gene, I know the power of Hulkamania. I know the greatness of Hulkamania. And as I looked,
Got punched by Savage for real, I think. Let me take a look at that.
I even question Hulkamania's own greatness. That's why right now, Bret Hart, I'm issuing a challenge to either you or the Jap, brother. Whoever wins the WWF title, I want the first shot at it. But let me tell you something, Mean Gene. With me, all my Hulkamaniacs, and the attitude that Bret Hart has, I guarantee you, dude, the WWF title is staying right here in the WWF, right here in the US of A. And what you gonna do?
That's good enough for me. As a matter of fact, I'm calling the sports book right now. Ladies and gentlemen, standing by, our colleague Todd Pettengill out in the audience somewhere. Oh, my word.
Thank you, Gene Okerlund. Thank you, Hulk.
All right, everybody. I got the story right here behind the reasoning for Hulk Hogan's black eye. So, interesting. So, this is from Jim Cornette. So, you know, it's very likely that it happened. Jim Cornette, as much as he does like to shoot on the business, there's one thing that's certain. He's not a liar. You know, like, the kid isn't a liar, and I call him a kid for whatever reason, but he's not a liar, so this probably happened. So he claimed that Randy Savage was responsible for Hulk Hogan having a black eye at WWE WrestleMania 9. So he says Savage found out that Elizabeth had run off to Hogan's house and was staying with Linda, Hulk Hogan's ex-wife, because Linda and Elizabeth were friends. And Hogan didn't tell Savage that she was there, which is when Savage confronted Hogan with that. He confronted him by punching him in the eye. And that's why Hogan had a black eye at WrestleMania 9. Later, though, this is what it was said. It says the story has been rumored, okay? The story has been rumored for many years, but Hulk Hogan has never confirmed it to be true. Cornette clarified that he was unaware that the story was even a rumor. As far as he knows, the story is correct. So that's interesting right there. So Cornette basically saying, like, hey, like, hearing that this is a rumor, I didn't know that it was a rumor. I thought it was just true. Like, thought this story was just true. Like, it happened. You know what I mean? So, interesting stuff right there. Very interesting stuff. But it's main event time. Time for Yokozuna versus Bret Hart.
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, Hogan had a bad day already, too.
The odds makers here in Vegas have Yokozuna as the heavy...
Excuse me, everybody. Man, I don't know what's going on. Conman just got a little bit of like this tickle in his throat. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Yeah, let me tell you something. Brandon Harbin, you're right. Greatest segue back in the day. Here comes the Hitman. That double doink stuff reminded me of Kurt Angle's body double for some reason. Interesting. Interesting. Remember, though, everybody, make sure you vote. What do you think is the worst WrestleMania of all time? Vote Mania 9, Vote Mania 27, Vote Mania 34, Vote Mania 2, right here in the live chat. Which one do you think? Have I had the chance to watch the Legends episode on Yokozuna on the network? I haven't yet. It's on my long list of things to watch, right next to the Sasha Banks and Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. But I will watch it at some point. I definitely will. Just have not got around to it yet. Liam Warren says, pro wrestling seemed political as hell back then, judging by all the stories with all the old guys telling them. Backstage fights, conspiracies, and wrestlers' court. Yeah, I think you're right. The wrestling business back in the day was a lot different than it is now. Yeah, I get what you're coming from with that. I really do. It definitely seemed political. I mean, the Clique straight up ran roughshod over WWE for so long, created their own group so that they would constantly go over, and they weren't the first ones to do it. Yeah, very political. Yeah, Jill, what a sad day that was. What a sad, sad day that must have been. I've seen the Dark Side of the Ring story on Bruiser Brody. You know what's even more sad is that Brody Lee was heavily inspired by Bruiser Brody. We lost Bruiser Brody at way too young of an age, and then we lost Brody Lee at way too young of an age. It's damn unfortunate that you had those two individuals who seemed incredibly respected in the business, losing both of them at an early age. Very sad. Juan Diego Carrillo. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, buddy. I'm looking forward to it. All right, Yokozuna and Bret Hart. His killer, I think, still wrestles. Yeah, doesn't he? He was the intruder number or something like that. Hang on. What's his name? Intruder number. What's his name? Or Invader number? Is it Invader, not Intruder? Invader? Invader number 1? Invader number 1? Is that what it is? Invader number 1? Jose Gonzalez, yeah. Yeah. The murder of Bruiser Brody. So, this is what it is. So, in July of 1988, Gonzalez fatally stabbed professional wrestler Bruiser Brody backstage during a wrestling event in Puerto Rico. Gonzalez was acquitted of the murder in 1989 after a jury accepted that he was acting in self-defense. Excuse my language, I'm going to swear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck that, he stabbed him in a shower. Another wrestler, Tony Atlas, says he witnessed the stabbing in the locker room showers, but the knife used in the stabbing was not recovered. Tony Atlas and Dutch Mantell were called to testify. However, the subpoenas were mailed late, arriving 10 days after the trial ended. F that. The investigation was criticized in The Dark Side of the Ring and 2 books about Bruiser Brody. Yeah. That is... I can't believe that... I can't believe it. Anyways, if you guys want a little bit of just like feeling that karma exists, right? On August 11th, 2014, a fire at Gonzalez' home destroyed a car, a motorcycle, and part of his house. So, sucks to suck, you damn murderer. Yeah. Can you, like, he still wrestles too, doesn't he? Oh, no, he finished last in 2019. He wrestled his last match at 73 years old. So this twatwad over here stabbed Bruiser Brody and continued to be able to wrestle, being paid in Puerto Rico until 2019. By the way, also, Carlito's dad, I'm pretty sure he played a big role in keeping him on, right? Carlos Colon, right? Pretty sure Carlos Colon played a big role in keeping him on. Manny Fernandez beat his ass for what he did in a match. Did he? Good. Yeah, he basically turned a blind eye. There it is. All right. Basically turned a blind eye. That's what I thought. Something like that. Brutal, man. Brutal.
That's going to make this Yokozuna a national hero.
And it's getting darker here at Caesars. The gods of Caesars know something, don't
Yokozuna looking to take Bret the Hitman Hart up against the ropes. And I heard somewhere in the WWF was planning on bringing Brody into a feud with Hogan. No way, really? Damn. Yeah, hey, Keyshawn. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back. So, Con, that's the promotion I told you earlier, and you can see on YouTube, WWC Classics. Gotcha, Jill. So that promotion right there, that's the one run by Carlos Colon? Gotcha. Yeah, that promotion, you know what? Now that you mention it, now that I know what you're talking about, I didn't know that was the name of the promotion. But now that you mention it, yeah, they had a lot of classics over there. I've seen a lot of it in the Dark Side of the Ring. A lot of mentions about it in the Dark Side of the Ring.
Just maybe that might be the strategy that will allow him to retain the title.
Every split second that goes by is precious to the Hitman. No doubt.
Hart trying to get back up to his feet. Yokozuna not allowing him to get back up to his feet.
Never was.
You never were concerned about that.
Never was. I never faced a guy like Yokozuna before.
So you never concerned yourself with that. You figured you could just go out and beat him, right?
Get this, WWC even portrayed Invader #1 as a babyface after the murder. Okay, was he a babyface before the murder? Like, legit question. Like, if we're actually just trying to talk about a promoter sweeping it under the rug. If he was a babyface before the murder, that makes sense that they would have continued rolling with him as a babyface. If he wasn't and they turned a babyface, that's fucked up. You know, it's messed up that he even had a job to begin with. He killed a guy. He legitimately stabbed a dude. You believe he was? So then I guess that makes sense from a storyline perspective-wise. But my God, Yokozuna, what a big super kick to the side of the head.
Looks like he took his head off. For any size man, Yokozuna he's just unbelievable. Look at him.
And he's not even breathing heavy. He's 505 pounds. He's been in the ring now over 10 minutes, and he's not breathing heavy.
Seems like he's got ice water in his veins.
Yokozuna was one big dude, man. One big dude. Yokozuna, oh, he passed away, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Digging into the trapezius muscle of Bret Hart. Yokozuna's punishing the champion.
Yeah, in 2000. Damn, eh? Wasn't even that old. 34 years old. Frig. Wow. 34 years old. Wow. So on October 23rd, 2000, he passed away from a pulmonary edema in his room. What's a pulmonary edema? is the fluid accumulation in the tissue and air spaces of the lungs. Oh, crap. No way. It leads to impaired gas exchange and may cause respiratory failure. No way, dude. Oh, his lungs failed? Oh, no, his lungs failed. He stopped breathing. Wow, that's so sad. It was widely reported that he died of heart failure or a heart attack, but this was later found out to be incorrect due to his lungs showing severe signs of blockage due to fluid. Oh, he... Damn. That's so sad. That is so sad. Oh, he passed away at the weight of 580 pounds. His last match came, everybody. So basically, Yokozuna was officially released from the WWF in 1998, a decision that came directly from Vince McMahon due to his weight issues. Jim Ross later commented that Yokozuna knew the release was coming, and it was also due to a potential heart issues related to his weight. And following the unexpected death of Brian Pillman 7 months previously due to undiagnosed heart issues, WWF didn't want to take the liability of letting Yokozuna perform with the issues. So that's so sad. He had heart issues when he was released, and then he ended up passing away due to a pulmonary edema, unable to breathe. That's so sad. Oh, Fuji with the something right in the face of Hart. Had a whole plan for him to come back once he lost weight. No way, man. No way. Into the cover. Hart, count of two. Hart just got pinned. Yokozuna is the new champion. Oh, here comes Hulk Hogan, and oh no. Hulk Hogan wants his match. Yeah, here it is. Get ready, everybody. Hulk Hogan protecting Bret Hart, standing over top of him.
Mr. Fuji on. Trying to talk to. Mr. Fuji, we're trying to listen and pick up what he's saying here, ladies and gentlemen.
My Yokozuna, issue your challenge. If any intestinal fortitude, you would accept my Yokozuna challenge. Come on! Come on, you yellow belly, come on!
So Fuji says his Yokozuna's issuing a challenge to Hulk Hogan. But Hogan is more concerned with helping his friend Bret Hart.
We need one more sentence. We will put on the new WWF heavyweight belt on the line right now.
He says, Fuji says they'll put the WWF title on the line.
Wow, this is bad. This is really bad. I knew this happened, but this is really bad. Yeah, that's really bad. Can you imagine your WrestleMania main event ending like this? Hart then telling him to get in the ring. Bret Hart's going to enter the ring, and oh my, here we go, right after Yokozuna. Yokozuna with a right hand. Imagine what they could have done. Oh no. Mr. Fuji's got the dust right in the eyes of Yokozuna. Oh no, Hulk Hogan. Oh God, clothesline. Oh no, oh no, oh my God. There's the leg drop lured around the world. 2, Hulk Hogan's the new champion. Wow. Oh God. Imagine how big they could have made Yokozuna by having him beat Hulk Hogan as well at that point. Imagine how big they could have made Yokozuna. And that's the ending of WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan is the champion. Wow. Yeah, I can see why that's rated as one of the worst WrestleManias of all time. That is, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Cool. So it's proof right there. Vince McMahon has always been out of touch when it comes to trying to make new stars, trying to create new moments. He always goes back to the hand that he knows, and he pulled the hand out of Hulk Hogan here today, or way back in 1993, right? Is that when this was, 93? 93. So there you go. Isaac Rose says the reason they changed the ending of WrestleMania is because they wanted to send the fans home happy. Ah, gotcha. I mean, the fans certainly seem happy. So, like, if that was the goal, that's the goal, right? If that was the end goal, if people were still really hot for Hogan back then, I get it. But I thought this was kind of like the tail end of Hulkamania, was it not? The fans are happy. Like, you have to admit it. The fans are happy. But I bet you Twitter would have blown up if Twitter existed back then. 93, I don't think AOL chat rooms were a thing, were they? When did AOL chat rooms become a thing? So basically, it started in 88, 89. By 95, it had about 3 million active users. So yeah, it's a little bit before the AOL chat rooms became a thing. Just a little bit. It might have been firing up. You might have had a few people talking. You probably would have had a few internet chat rooms basically open up about wrestling. But for the most part, it looks like it didn't start until really 95. But yeah, everybody, that is WrestleMania 9. I hope you guys did enjoy the show. That's that show. And that's where we're going to leave it off here today. So later on tonight, everybody, we're going to be back here live with Impact Wrestling from 8 until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we still got more streams here today to come. So make sure you guys are looking forward to that. But before you leave, please make sure you leave a like on this video. Also making sure you're subscribed to the channel. You can check out other videos on this channel. We got ourselves the WFR that was released yesterday. If you guys have not seen that, make sure you do check it out. And of course, we got all the CMU stuff on this channel. We've got all the reaction clips on the Con Man Reacts channel. And of anything else that is interesting to you guys, whether it's our Minecraft or upcoming Valheim streams, a bunch of stuff here on this channel. So make sure you drop that subscription, turn on those notifications so you never miss another video. But that's it for me, everybody. Take care. I really hope you guys did enjoy the show. Once again, leave that like. And we'll see you later tonight for Impact Wrestling. I've been Con, and that was WrestleMania 9. Take care, everybody. We'll see you later.